time.
When the sun goes down and the stars take flight, Marc D with the C's got the key to light. Retro toys and comics we adore. TV and movies, let's explore. Sunday Night Geekery, it's the place to be. With Marc D with the C, let your nerd run free. Old school vibes and stories untold. Tune in, tune out, let the magic unfold.
I just love clobbering time.
Hey everyone, welcome to a very late, only a half hour late edition of Sunday Night Geekery. And we got Tom here too, but I got this up because I want to really thank the Geek and I, who's been sending me some awesome Marc D with the C artwork. So he made me look a lot better, I think. I look a little bit skinnier, I think. Maybe I've got even some more hair, I don't know, but I like my complexion there and very clear skin. So I think I'm looking damn good. So huge shout out to the Geek and I. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yep. Yeah, I'm looking pretty good there. All right. Yeah, maybe even been working out a little bit. But okay, well, let's go back to the regular view. Yeah. All right. Which do you like better, Muppet Marc or real Marc? Say Muppet Marc, I think is much better. But hail to the not so happy Green Lantern Bear is the Phobos and the great Tom Connors. Thank you for joining us tonight, guys.
I haven't watched Green Lantern yet.
I haven't watched it either, so we have to rely on Phobos to tell us how much he loved the episode 2. I'm looking forward to. Oh, Angry Bear. But let's say hi to everyone in the chat before we get to that. So hail to Putin. He says the puppet episode of Star Trek still beat out the space hippies from The Way to Eden. I don't know, but Way to Eden had that really cool song, right? Yeah. Hail
and
to
Chekhov
Buddy
got
Hepburn.
laid. Chekhov never gets laid, so important watermark. Yeah.
Yeah. And hail to the great Buddy Hepburn, and thank you for being a channel member. And let's see, let's say hail to Krimlon, the great channel supporter here. Give all those memberships, which is awesome. So Krimlon, we are going live. Well, now we're live. Yeah, I'm sorry I was late. I was out tonight, so had stuff to do. Had to eat pizza and go do some other things. So we will have some good foodery tonight too. This was not the worst thing I've ever seen. Carol Kane looking like Fraggle Rock was hilarious. All right, I'll give you points for that. Yeah.
Oh, just having to endure Carol Kane is like torture that should be opposed by the Geneva Convention.
Yeah. Let's just roll through and we'll go back to these comments. We got Maddie's Daddy's here. Awesome. So Maddie's Daddy, of course, always has an intro. So here we go. I'm hearing sounds of action figures being falling over in the background, which is not good in a room like mine. Yep. And Buddy says his dad says hi. Yes, hail, thank you. Yep. Let's see. We got Putin's cat here. Oh no, that's Cap After Dark. Get new contacts in there. All right, so I think we got everyone. So let's check out these, catch up to these comments here. Yeah. Lost was even worse. Yeah, Lost. Oh, it did give us some great the great Evangeline Lilly.
No. You skipped one though. He said it was
RJ
better. Yeah, he said it was better than Way to Eden, and I'm like, I don't think so. The puppet episode was completely meaningless. It's all a bullshit dream. Like, fuck.
It's a dream. Yeah. I started watching it. I've only watched the first 20 minutes of it, but we'll get into it. Yeah. But hail to RJ Godzilla.
Oh, did I spoil that?
No. No spoiler. But no. That's Krimlon's already here. Yep. But we'll get into more details as soon as we catch up to these comments here. Yeah. The prettiest girl in Vegas has a cold, so I'll watch the replay. Have a great night, everyone. Okay, that's Maddie. So tell Maddie we hope she's feeling better, and catch you on the replay, Steve. And thank you for sending me all those cool license plate photos. Vegas has some really cool nerds there. Yep. And Resolute Germ, hey Germ, great to see you, buddy. And let's see, I think we're all caught up in the chat, so which is good. Now Tom and I have not seen Lanterns. I don't know if Tom has seen any of the Strange Nude Worms, as Claudia would call it, the puppet episode. So why don't we talk about that for a couple? Nope. But we can ask Tom what he would think of Star Trek puppets. But I'll just say, I think from what I've watched of the episode, I like the Muppets. I think the design is really good. It's batshit crazy. If they'd spoiler alert, it's all a dream. I think if they had done this more, where you kind of knew, Spock, not Spock, although I do like Ethan Peck, you kind of knew that what was up, and it was all just a crazy holodeck type thing where the world had gone nuts. I think that would have worked a little bit better, because when it's all erased in the end, it means nothing. Of course, how could you turn into a puppet anyway, right? So that's totally ridiculous. So I think that parts of the episodes I watched were kind of funny and ridiculous. And as I said, I think on Price's show, or another show that I think it was on Price's show, if or maybe it was on with the Great Admiral Teague, if Star Trek was hitting on all cylinders, and they did this as like a crazy, out there episode, and you can kind of erase it, and it's just a fever dream episode. You might say this is funny and got some crazy moments, but just the show is just such a miss in terms of what they're doing to the characters. And Scotty is just such an inept moron in some of these episodes, and no confidence. I mean, Scotty never doesn't exude confidence in Star Trek, right? He's always got the answers as that engineer, and he's never second guessing himself. And just watching the beginning of this episode, he's having doubts. He's asking Spock for help, and just zero confidence that you'd think a Star Trek officer would show.
They're not allowed to have competent people. It's amazing they even went into space.
Right? I mean, I'm trying to pull up some pictures of this episode, but I'm like, this is not Scotty. I mean, you never want to, take it out on the actors, right? Because they're being directed, and I think the guy is a good actor, but what he's given to work with, that material, is just not Scotty. I mean, it's just maybe they're trying to show him being a little bit younger. Now, who loved the Carol Kane hair there? Oh my God! You got to put the subtitles on to understand. Is that her real voice, or is that her accent that she's putting on Carol Kane? Because I don't remember her accent being that thick, right? Remember?
I don't watch this on the regular, but her accent was absolutely insufferable when I first saw her on the show, and the ones that I watched. She horrible, almost impossible to understand. I don't know if it got better.
Yeah,
I mean, this show's an abomination. I don't watch it.
I think I got to say, like, the puppet technology and doing, we always. Now, was this Jim Henson's Creature Shop doing this, or was this someone else doing that? Was it Jim Henson, or?
I don't think it was. I think they might have gotten. I didn't even.
I hate to break it to you, but Jim Henson died like 30 years ago.
True. Yeah, but Jim Henson Company.
Years ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, over what was it? The flu that took him out, or
just it was something to do with pneumonia.
Pneumonia, yeah. So, but I wonder, was this the Jim Henson Company? I don't know, but
no, they did it in collaboration with the Jim Henson Creature Shop.
Okay.
So I guess they had they said they had 14 professional puppeteers on set. It was led by Frank Minchkolite.
Okay.
And so, I'd heard that before, like they got some help from the Henson organization, from the puppet shop, but it wasn't really their production. So,
yeah. And Buddy's saying, the only time Scotty is that way is in Wolf in the Fold, when he doesn't know what happened after the MDK. Yeah, and that's kind of understandable, right, Buddy? Yeah. So that's something that you could kind of see. Scotty's like, what the hell happened here? I can't remember. Yeah. And SNW is tame compared to many shows, says Putin. I feel like season 4 is lacking a little, but I didn't see any Muppet scissors, so it beats a lot of Star Wars. I didn't check the end of that comment before I read it, but yeah. And Godzilla says, I said last night on Jill, Andrew of Jill's great channel, the episode would have been better if Q, who turned everyone into puppets, and since the dream anyway, it doesn't matter that he shows up 100 years too soon. Yeah, that could have worked. That could have worked. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Killy Child, roll tide. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Or how about make it some better writing and make it not a dream and have it actually have some meaning? But it's too much to ask. Huh?
Yeah, like if Q had done it somehow, because Q could have understood it. Yeah, and Gap After Dark, thank you for putting that in, Gap. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was Jim Henson Creature Shop. Oh yeah, he had toxic shock from bacterial infection. Yeah, just very sad. Yep. Just watched the Angel season 5 Smile Time. I haven't seen that episode of Angel.
That's the way to do it correctly.
Did they turn into puppets in that one, or?
Yeah, well, Angel did. Yes.
Okay. Well, I got to check that out. Yep. I've watched a bunch of Angel, but I don't remember that one yet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The episode's classic. It's incredibly well written, funny, and just awesome. But so he gets cursed by this essentially a puppet vampire that sucks the life out of children.
Okay. Cool. Yep. Hey, Dude Bro is on the Rumble side. Thank you, Dude Bro, and thank you to everyone who's watching on Rumble and Twitter and anywhere else you might the signal might go. So yeah, I'm about, as I said, I'm about 20 minutes into the episode, and there's more ridiculousness with T'Pring again. But I gotta say, I love the design of these puppets. This is hysterical. Of course, I was showing this the other night here. I'm bigging myself up to. Here we go. Check that out for how about that for a Muppet? They should have turned the Enterprise into Muppets too, right? So,
why did they turn Chris Gore into a puppet? I don't know what's his connection with the show is.
Oh, Chris Gore was in it?
Go back to your slide.
Oh, where's that? Where's Chris Gore?
You have to go back on the slide you were showing, the image. Just show the one with Pike.
Yeah.
That's Chris Gore.
Okay. Well, let me just show my this. No, this was in the crib of our kids. This is another toy that I bought just for me. Oh no, for the kids, excuse me. Oh, it was really for me. But so this was Think Geek. There's the class. Where's the classic Think Geek logo? It was very sad when Think Geek went out of business. Yep. Oh, they got purchased, but they're shelved them for themselves. And unfortunately, the batteries have finally given the ghost after 20 years. So then the cells actually light up, and you can't hear it, but it's making a phaser sound. But I've got to rip the threads here and then change the battery and then sew it back. But to make this safe for kids, they made it so you couldn't open it up. And of course, the count the count is not. Where's the count in this piggy? Yeah, what would these guys say about this episode, right? So we got
piggy in the count. So I have plenty of kids' toys that have zipper or Velcro pockets.
Thing after another.
So I don't think that's the case. I bought plenty of children's toys where they have a zipper or Velcro to get the battery compartment.
Yeah.
There was no reason why they couldn't have made them replaceable. I think they want to sell you more of them, maybe.
Yeah, unless these have like little watch batteries in them, maybe they're watch batteries. But that was the only thing I could think of that they sold it. I was really angry. I'm like, I want to get change the batteries, as I call them. Yeah,
yeah. If you do open it, sew it back with Velcro so you can have easy.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Don't. I can have it, but it kept working too. I'm like, I can't believe this. Scotty did a great job with the dilithium crystals. I'm like, I can't believe this is still working. Yeah. So, so of course I got my Pigs in Space figure. So I do have a really cool video on Pigs in Space reviewing the play set for what Swine Pork was it? The Swine Pork was the name of the ship, USS Swine Pork. What was the name of the Pigs in Space?
No, that doesn't sound right.
What was it? What was the name of the ship? But I do have the bridge to that I bought. Let me turn the lights on the Enterprise. Let's light it up. Yeah, what was the someone will get in the chat in 2 seconds. Yep. Big. I thought it was USS Swine.
Oh, the Swine Trek. It was
Swine
the
Trek.
Trek.
Swine Trek. I was halfway there. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean that's the way you do it. So I think we're not going to spend a ton of time talking about this episode tonight. But let's see if you thought you saw Chris Gore in one of these. Let me get this back here.
Yeah. Bring up no. It's just funny because look at the Pike one where just any of the Pike where he's in the captain's chair. That looks more like Chris Gore than Anson Mount. Look at that.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Yeah,
it's totally Chris Gore, man.
Yeah. And thank you guys for the USS Swine Trek. Yeah, so I do have a cool video of that. Yeah, let me put the link into the chat. If one of my older videos, but let's go to my channel and let's say view your channel. If I search for Muppets, let's say I want to put this link in. So yeah, again, I don't mind the idea of this episode that much. As batshit crazy, Yeah, all right, nuts. But just Stranger in Worlds has been such a miss. And if they explained it a little bit better or set it up so you kind of knew it was a fantasy fever dream, I could see it. But.
Yeah, and I mean, the puppets look. There's nothing new or unique about them. They've been doing that for, my entire lifetime for 70 years.
Yeah.
So I know you said like the puppet design, but it's the design of characters that I can't stand. So
yeah.
They didn't bring anything new to this. In fact, like most of Kurtzman's stuff, it's just a ripoff of a idea that was implemented better somewhere else.
Yeah. There we go. So there's the link to that. Yep. And Putin is saying Carol Kane's Muppet. Hello. I'm not 70 yet. No, I'm not 70. 70s rock fan. Is he 70? No. But not 70 yet. Yeah. I do have so that's the link to my video for the Pigs in Space playset, which is one of the coolest freaking things going, I gotta say. That is really nice. It doesn't have sound effects. That's the one thing that it's missing. But these days, that's easy to add. But that playset is really wild. Yeah, it was one of my better purchases. Yep. And back in the day, I think I got that from KB Toys. Like I'd always scope out KB Toys and Toys R Us. Always whatever was on sale. Clearance. It was great because you can order online. Yeah. So in the 70s, Brian, I thought he was 70, not just 70s music. Yeah. So there's Carol, the real Carol Kane here with the hair on her puppets. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, I guess they must have had fun making this episode, but
do you usually cover the filth, or are you just doing this because it's puppets?
I usually don't cover it, but I thought the puppet thing was fun to talk about. Once in a while, I'll talk about it, but that's it's just the bridge just gets me. I just can't stand the bridge, what they've done to the Enterprise, and it's just and what they've done to Spock and all the characters. It just drives me nuts. Yeah, the Gorn. Don't get me started on the Gorn. Yep, but I can see where they had a fun time making
Gornomorphs.
Gornomorphs, yeah, that's a good way to call them. Yeah, Gornomorphs, yeah. So, Ethan Peck's not bad, but it just doesn't. It's not Spock to me.
No, they've destroyed Spock's character, the worst of anybody. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what's terrible. Yeah, but Peck, he's not bad actually. He's not.
Well, after all these years, no, I hate him now. After all these years of destroying the character of Spock. If I saw him, I think I would try to stab him.
Well, don't say that, please. Metaphor
in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yeah, can't say that. Yeah.
You can only.
No, I've seen him. I've seen him at cons and stuff, and he seemed,
Hey, listen. According to Disparu and Gary, all of the Academy people are really nice and sweet, and it's like good for them. But,
oh, did they jump the shark? Yeah.
Yeah, they're just doing their job. I mean, they're not responsible for all this stuff, but it's still hard to get past that part of your brain that associates them with desecration and evil and,
Yeah.
I think
So
Morphin Clark is the worst for me.
Yeah, I mean, Discovery was really tough to get through, but once I've been through that, at least there were original characters I didn't care about. For the most part, I didn't care. And then they brought Pike in. I remember my first ever YouTube super chat was to Nerdrotic, and it was, why don't they make a show with Pike as in charge of the Enterprise? I was like, be careful what you wish for, right?
Yeah. At least Discovery just ruined itself mostly.
Yeah, it was just terrible storytelling, and yeah. Hey, Teague viewers raid. Yep. Great to have everyone here. Hey, Admiral Teague. I was just talking about
I cannot keep quiet for the Discovery apologist bullshit. Fuck that show. That show is what made Spock have a half retarded fucking sister.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
no.
right.
I'm not making any apologies for it.
No, y'all sounded like it though. You're like, well, at least it was only its own character. No, bullshit. It did a lot of shit.
That's right.
Pike came from that show.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No,
Fuck Discovery. I got
no.
PTSD from that fucking show. That's where it came from. Like I told Andre, I'm like, I can't do this shit anymore. This is hazardous to my health.
Yeah.
I started checking into the Geneva Convention. I'm like, this ain't right.
And honestly, I didn't watch enough of it to know everything.
It's horribly wretched. Like, all this stuff is probably bad, but Discovery was so fucking bad. Like,
I watched enough to know that much. Yeah.
Great. Glitter vomit.
And sonar in space and shit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but I was trying to. You're right, Tom. I'm trying to erase that from my memory. I forgot what they did to Spock on.
Yeah, I forgot about Mickey Spock. Jesus.
Well, what they did to Spock's character on the show, which was
his drama
and his lore. Yeah, well, it's all
Thank
the
you,
same
Tom,
thing.
For setting us straight. Yeah.
And
hail to Headcase.
Hey,
I couldn't
Headcase,
sit back
and watch my friends
don't sit back.
Fucking Trekaholics. It was crazy.
Yeah, no,
I
don't even consider it separate shows. It's all just one big blob of Kurtzman shit. So I don't really differentiate between Discovery and Strange New World. All the shows, Academy, they're all the same crap to me.
Yeah, it was just really bad stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Teague wanted to jump on. We were on a stream and we were trying to raid you, but we couldn't figure out how to raid you. And
yeah.
And it looks like it did get figured out.
Oh yeah,
that's why.
Let me get him the link. Let me get him the
okay.
link. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, let me get him the link. Yeah.
Kurtzman
I just sometimes when I'm streaming, I don't see the. I'm trying to do two things at once, and it's just. Let's get the Great Admiral Teague in here too. Yeah.
Kurtzman is like cancer, and the shows are like ass cancer or ball cancer or brain cancer or like it really doesn't matter what kind of cancer. It's all cancer.
Yeah.
What's up, Tom? It's the Phobos, Mark.
Hey, Headcase.
Yeah. All right, so we can talk about if we get the Great Admiral Teague, but in here, just send him the link. So let's see here. Let's play.
Did you get rated though?
I hope so. Yeah, I always like
that's
awesome.
You got yeah, we saw the raid come in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we were trying to figure that out for a minute.
Well, you did it.
And they say, sir, they're in Iranian airspace. And I say, oh.
I've been sitting here trying not to make an immigration joke.
Till the Great Admiral gets here, how much did you enjoy the new episode of Trustfall from Lanterns? I guess spoiler alert if you haven't seen the episode, if you do care.
I should probably watch it.
Whatever intrigue I had from the first episode is completely gone. Like, it was just one, nobody's actions make sense regardless of who has what motives. They kind of gave away the plot. Now you know everything. Do you want me to tell you what's going on? So
yeah, I mean, mean, as basic spoilers. Yes, a warning here. I'm gonna put up the banner, like minor spoilers. Yeah, not Well, I don't think a lot of people are. Yeah, I don't think people care about this show as much. Maybe.
Yeah.
But,
there's like 5 minutes of story and 50 minutes of exposition in the whole episode, and very contrived. very stupid. And they did a lot of things like, they mention, so they bring up insurrection to associate with the white supremacists. They bring up the whole immigration thing again. There's all these little woke digs at people.
Immigration in terms of letting everyone come to Earth kind of thing?
Yeah.
Or,
they should talk about being conquered, not about being colonized. Nobody talks like that. If an alien invasion comes in, you're being invaded and conquered. Nobody uses the word colonize, but so they use the language to associate it with everything going on today, including, insurrection. So apparently, it boils down to the alien that blew up and his 4 friends. They were killed. They were killed by Raising Hope. Garrett Dillahunt. So I call him. So
yeah.
And now that Hal is, they dropped the charges and they want Hal to get out of town.
They dropped the charges on the alien?
Yeah. No, on Hal. The alien's dead. It's exploded.
Oh, yeah.
So they dropped the charges on Hal, and they want him to leave town, which makes him not want to leave town. He doesn't bring the lantern, and he runs out of charge. So the entire first half is a contrived guy who's been as a contrived situation to strip Hal of his powers. Somebody who's been a lantern for 30 years and can't even manage that simple to keep his fucking phone. So,
yeah, because then they mentioned that in the first episode he didn't bring the lantern, so
but he could have flown back anytime and grabbed it. In fact, so he sends Black Panther back to Coast City. Somehow he manages to get on a cab, get to the airport, get on a plane, get another cab, and he's there like in 30 minutes in Hal's house. He gets the lantern, but then he gets beaten up and kidnapped. In the meantime, he makes
he gets the power. He gets the power lantern itself, right?
Yeah. Because Hal didn't really think ahead, and now he ran out of charge, and he sort of fell down, and he'll get shot because he can't make a shield, but that didn't happen yet. So after Black Panther gets beat up, we go back to Hal, who figures out there's a town meeting. He goes in, they're talking about whether or not to play. Well, he gets the impression that everybody stopped talking the moment he walked in. He goes to the morgue and he steals all the bodies of the 4 shooting victims, and he drives them back to the stadium and drags them through the metal detector. Oh, right. Seeing a huge man penis was not on my bingo card, for superhero show that you might want to watch with the whole family. So
there's a different kind of
so
penis?
He figures out there's high-tech alien detectors where the metal detectors are, and they go off when he drags the dead alien, which means his ring should have been easily able to detect the alien if a device can do it. He's like, I've never seen technology this advanced. I've been all over the galaxy. So apparently this is even beyond his ability. Then we find out Aaron Pierre is kidnapped and they're bringing him to some warehouse. He tries to escape, jumps out of a moving car in the freeway, and then runs in the direction of traffic, somehow doesn't get killed. Oh, and he has this little bird. He was trying to fly, and he made a little bird construct. And apparently that's so, like, even Hal can't do that. He's the bestest lantern ever. He made a living creature that manages to stay with him even when he took the ring off, no matter how far he travels. So Aaron Pierre is just the bestest lantern ever. Yes,
you can't do that
without the ring. Well, you can now. So anyway, it turns out he's kidnapped by the same aliens that got shot in Rushville. And they tell him that the Manhunters were these, basically, these synthetic beings, all powerful, that can do anything and do everything. They destroyed his entire planet. And I guess there was Green Lanterns came and they killed all the Manhunters except for one. They said they were going to execute him, and the Green Lantern took the Manhunter off the planet. They think he brought the Manhunter to Earth instead of taking him to prison or executing like they said they would. So they don't trust the Guardians. They think the Guardians are keeping the Manhunter alive.
Well, the Guardians have always been a controversial.
Enigmatic,
yeah. So that's not totally unusual.
So they shoot him with this magic memory gun that makes him feel the genocide of these guys' people. So like he had to emotionally experience the destruction of all their people. So they only have a few aliens left. They're all wired to blow up if they want to, like the other guy. And they said, if we need to, we'll just blow up Nebraska and make sure we get the Manhunter. So then they let him go. And he goes back to Hal. He brings him the lantern. Hal gets shot with a gun on the ranch because he tried to go to Raising Hope and said, okay, you got to tell me what's going on here. So clearly the...
he gets shot again.
No, he gets shot in the shoulder, wakes up in the whole girl boss bitchy sheriff thing. I am so sick of this bitch, man. Like, she's nothing but attitude and no reason to have it.
She's an attitude from the start too. Yeah, all right. So he gets shot. This is not the shot that he gets. It's not the headshot.
No, not the dead. He gets shot in the shoulder when he goes to try to talk to Raising Hope, and so the sheriff takes him back to the hospital. They jumps him. They fool him through anesthesia. Apparently, he talks all about Sinestro in his sleep. So he wakes up. She's like, "Who's Sinestro?" And he's like, "You don't answer my questions. I don't answer yours." He's like, "Why are you such a bitch?" And she's like, "Because I just am." Like, and eventually, I guess she kind of explains, Garrett Dillahunt's whole thing is that he got these alien detectors. He wants to be ready for the alien invasion, which they call colonization. And she's like, I need to stop him from starting an insurrection. Yeah, they had to use that fucking word, didn't they? But her plan is not to do anything. So I don't really know what the fuck the sheriff's doing. She would be a natural ally for the Green Lantern. So my guess is, the secret benefactor. He's like, where'd you get this advanced alien detectors? I don't even have those. My ring can't even do that. You're the bestest alien detector ever. And he's like, did your benefactor give the guy that owns the ranch and that pays the guy? He's like, I'm under an NDA. I can't talk. And he's like, you're the Marlboro man. What do you mean? You're going to let a bunch of lawyers keep you from talking? That's when they shoot Hal. So I'm thinking so basically he thinks when Abensur crashed 30 freaking years ago, he thinks the Manhunter was on board his ship, somehow escaped when Abensur died, and Hal got the ring. So now the Manhunter is living in secret somewhere in Rushville, Nebraska. The aliens can't go back because of the metal detectors, and they really don't want to have to blow up the whole state. So they're trusting John Stewart to identify the Manhunter and then call them on the phone so they can come and kill the Manhunter. So then he talks everything to Hal. He gets his ring charged. Now you can't shoot him so easily anymore. And then Hal's like, where'd you hear Manhunter? And he tells him what they told him. Hal shares a little bit. And I'm sick of these guys bitching at each other now, man. It was kind of fun that first episode. There's no reason for all this fucking hostility, except apparently I think Hal really does think somehow John Stewart's the enemy. He is a fucking annoying, and Hal is an unnecessary cranky bitch. If they did want to get rid of him as a Lantern, they should, because he doesn't even act like he fucking wants to be a Lantern.
Well, I know who's not annoying. It's the great Admiral Teague. So thank you for joining tonight, Admiral. Yep.
Hi. I guess I missed the Star Trek Pinata party, but maybe we'll renew it again later.
No. We're waiting for you to get here to talk Star Trek. So
with Lantern, because I read the tea leaves correctly and said this looks like shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna wait for people like Tom and Istophobos to see it before I waste my time.
Yeah, no, it's a waste. It's a complete. So there's only like 2 minutes left. So he's like, "Did you tell the Guardians?" And John's like, "No, I report to you." And then so Hal puts on the Green Lantern suit that he said he shouldn't have brought, and all of a sudden he wears it anyway. He flies, and within like 5 seconds, he's in Oa. Like, the whole time space thing, like the guy flies from Coast City back.
So is this is this the current timeline? This is
no, this is all 20. No, the whole thing is 2016, the entire episode.
Yeah, 2016. Okay, so he goes to Oa. Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes into like this high-tech Guardians prison. Then he opens the door, he's going to see, right? He's like, "Hi, Sinestro. Hi, Hal Jordan." He's like, "What do you know about Manhunters?" Which is a weird way. Everyone's ridiculous. They're not talking like, "What do you know about Hal Jordan?" Like, nobody talks like a fucking goddamn human in this show. Yeah. So he's like, if there is a Manhunter on Earth, he is the second dangerous foe that you face. Talk to me about John Stewart. And then the episode ends there. And it's like, nothing fucking happened. Hours of exposition, the aliens telling John Stewart about, what happened to their planet, the whole genocide thing, the whole, So basically, the Manhunters are Israel, and they went to their planet. They created genocide, and now the Guardians are trying to hide the remaining survivor Israelis on Earth, and these guys are trying to go chase them down so they can kill them, and they can blow up Earth. They just don't want to. They're the nice, good, vengeance-seeking aliens.
Good, bad aliens. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm confused about one thing. Clear this up. You said it's Jon Stewart, and he is black?
Yes.
Jon Stewart's, he's he's been retconned. He was an architect, and now they've retconned him as a Marine in the comics.
My thought would be that wouldn't that be Trevor Noah?
But Trevor Noah was never a Green Lantern, and thank God, because he was. I see what you were trying to do there, and I really empathize with you trying to reach just beyond your grasp.
The people don't know who the Manhunters are. If they haven't read Green Lantern, so the Manhunters were basically the first Green Lantern Corps, the first the first police force.
Yeah, they're unclear, but they're not in this show. They're just a group of synthetic life forms that somehow can change into other life forms, and they can build anything they want to build. Like, they're basically the Borg and the Q joined together. They can basically do anything. So,
because originally they were basically like Big Blue. Here, I'll share this screen here. So just let me look up the Manhunters. Let me,
they were
because it is very interesting. Yeah, so let's share this. Let me share this tab. Yeah, so the Big Blue Smurf robot AI alien. Well, now we say AI. Back then you wouldn't have said AI, but you would have called them, like an android. You would have thought of them as like an android, like Data.
Yeah, I didn't get the impression they actually worked for the Guardians. They just decided that they were law and order in the universe, and they're basically Israel. They go around planet to planet genociding. So,
originally, I don't know what the show is giving you as a background, but because I haven't watched the second episode.
That's what it gave.
So they were created. Then the Green Lantern Corps is, what originated out of the failure of the Manhunters. So they rebel, classic AI rebelling against their creators. So this is Jack Kirby, 1975. So another great Kirby creation. So
you know what? This is why I always, after I put my prompt into Grok, put please.
The thing is that they say because they're synthetic, they can create any life form they want. Well, that doesn't make any. If they're synthetic, then they can create synthetic life forms, like the logic and continuity of the idea. So you just kind of have to. They're basically magic technology that can hide their synthetic nature. So I'm thinking
several things in common with my ex-wife's boobs.
Yeah, I'm speaking of ex-wife. I think Grandma might be the Manhunter. Oh, they did have a little scene of Jon Stewart and Granny again. Hooking up. They didn't have sex this time, but he's like, your husband's weird. She's like, I know he's weird. He's like, well, why do you stay with him? She's like, he's incredibly weird, but I like the security. He's like, well, why don't you run away with me? And she's like, well, I love him and he loves me. And he's like, but you said he's weird. Yeah, he is weird, and he's gonna start an insurrection, but I still love him. And just like, what the fuck are these characters? Like, it's just, let's have a scene like this. So we'll just have them talk like this. How does it fit in the story? It doesn't have to fit in the story. We're just going scene by scene. They don't have to connect to anything else. They don't have to relate to anything else. There's no real narrative continuity. There's definitely no logical or internal consistency. It's just, let's do one cool scene after another, and we'll make fun of, genociding people and insurrection people and redneck racist people and it's the homophobic people, and we'll ding them. We'll have a scene, and we'll really own the chuds here, and then we'll go to this next scene and we'll own these other chuds, and it'll be great. That's what this show is.
Yeah. So I mean, the Manhunters have infiltrated planets. If you old comics, so they had older comics. They had that power to do that. Just I don't know how without I haven't seen the episode. I don't know.
Yeah, there's only one though.
Comics, but
there's only one. Their power was in numbers in the comics. This is only one, but apparently he's magically omnipotent. but apparently not as dangerous as Jon Stewart is. That's what Sinestro says. The Sinestro guy was also in his pajamas in prison, so he didn't look very Sinestro.
Just do a movie about the squirrel lantern. This sounds. Is this Jimmy Gunn or is this someone better?
No, it's someone worse. It's Tom King,
right?
Tom King and Gunn is in the president. He's in charge of all of it. But this is Tom King and David Lindelof, the guy who brought you Woke Watchmen.
David Lindelof is really fucking incompetent. I've hated everything I've ever seen from him. Everything, and not just disliked, hated.
Yeah, and Tom King, who hates superheroes but loves copying westerns. So there you go. You got the plagiarizer and you got the incompetent Booth.
Well, he did. Supergirl was based on a Tom King,
right, which was a ripoff of True Grit.
Yeah, and also he left Batman at the altar with Catwoman dumped Batman, Bruce Wayne at the altar. That was a big scandal when they were supposed to get married. Yeah.
And Jon Stewart's upset because Hal Jordan didn't say I did good with the ring. He's just such a big meanie, and I'm the bestest lantern ever because I made a bird.
Yeah. So I mean, the Manhunters are a great classic creation, and it's really a really interesting story when you have that.
Yeah, these aren't those Manhunters. These are Martian Manhunters.
Okay, well that's got me even more confused. But you're
supposed to be.
Is the Snyder DEI Martian Manhunter back? The one that was like retconned into it after they made the movie because it doesn't line up with jack shit from the other two movies.
Yeah. But basically what happened in the first episode is 4 aliens went to a football game. They walked through the metal detectors, which are actually alien detectors. So Raising Hope got his posse of redneck racist militiamen and shot all 4 of them. But they missed one. Why didn't he go through metal detector? I don't know. Why did the other guys stick around when the other guys got shot? I don't know. Again, I know now. Now they're looking for the Manhunter, but like going to a football game, and it seems a little stupid. And then where is Raising Hope getting all this advanced alien technology and money? Apparently, he has weapons too. So this is all related to the Abensur crash that gave Hal Jordan the ring, which is 30 freaking years ago. So none of this shit makes any sense.
They're trying to tie everything together and like have a big grand conspiracy. And
dude, it really tied the room together.
Because as we were saying before the show, I didn't mind that first episode if it was like an X-Files type episode, not X-Files itself, but don't call it Green Lantern, but if it was a kind of a new sci-fi, mystery show, I wouldn't have minded it so much. But you got all this lore with Jon Stewart and
you're not getting any of that.
You're not getting
Hal is crankier than the first episode, and Aaron Pierre is bitchier than the first episode. And we're going to find out around episode 7 that Hal had some kind of trauma that made him not want to be a Green Lantern anymore, but he's not ready to give up the Green Lantern either. So he's just wants to like hang on to the ring and be a bitch about it.
We can tell by just his hair here. Now this, as you analyze his hairstyle here, this is like disheveled, kind of like ragged and
Jake Skywalker
over the top. Yeah, like giving up. You kind of given up, right? Maybe not that it's not nice hair, right? I don't have much left, but that just shows you disheveled. That's just the acting now that the character's kind of a has-been.
If you do watch this, I direct you to pay very much attention to the language, like the specific word choices. Another thing. When he goes to pick up the lantern, so he's in Hal's house, he sees all the Green Lantern suits hanging from the closet. Like I thought the suit was just I didn't know he actually wore leather biker gear, but
it's changed.
Okay. So he wasn't supposed to bring a suit back. He was specifically told not to, but he did anyway. That Hal ends up wearing. But he's like, "Why did you bring the suit? I told you not to bring me a suit." He's like, "I just couldn't stand to see it disrespected." That's the exact fucking words that he used.
Quick question there. This guy who's playing the Lantern, He is the guy who was supposed to be the movie star in Peter Jackson's King Kong and the head of Intel in Zero Dark 30, the guy who keeps playing a spy over and over and over.
Kyle
right?
Chandler, if you mean?
That's it. Yeah. He's also, I think he's in that weird Claire Danes show where they kill Brody.
Yeah, he was in Friday Night Lights, and he was in a show called Early Edition.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm thinking of.
He's very good in Friday Night Lights. I almost just said Friday Night Tights. It's Friday Night Lights.
We'll be all on that next week as special guests. But you know what? Yeah, this is the guy I thought he was. He was good in King Kong. He was good in all those spy movies. He always had the John Catholic school haircut, and I've never seen him looking like this. It looks like he needs to be power washed and brush his teeth.
Yeah. No. He's the only reason the show is even slightly watchable. And he was also in The Mayor of Kingstown. Yeah, he was in that Godzilla versus Kong thing.
He's a good actor. Yeah.
He's very good. Yeah.
Midnight Sky. He's also funny. He does stuff like Robot Chicken, Saturday Night Live. He does a lot of like fun. He was in Argo, Super 8, and Zero Dark 30. I kind of like, I know he's not the guy that played the Rocketeer, but he could have been the guy that played the Rocketeer. He's got that swagger. He could actually play like a young Kirk or a young Pike if he was younger.
Well, not with the resemblance, but I will say this wasn't Argo was like 3 of the same role in the same year. He was the head of the foreign CIA operation in Argo, in Zero Dark 30, and on TV at the same time. It was just like, wow, typecast.
Wasn't he? Wasn't he a spook in Super 8 as well?
That's might be what I'm thinking of. He plays like a spy, and specifically he plays like the head of an operation, like the Moscow operation for the CIA or whatever. He's always a super high ranking, super competent spy. In Zero Dark 30, he's the guy they put his name on a banner and they're like, "Get out of our country." And he looks at Jessica Chastain and he's like, "Well, you feministic maniac, go do it on your own, bitch."
Yeah, he's older, but he still kind of has a youthful energy, like with makeup and stuff. He could have played a real Hal Jordan, but not this broken down Jake Skywalker bitchy Hal Jordan. He was also FBI agent in The Wolf of Wall Street. I forgot about that. So yeah.
That's right. He has that great cat and mouse on the yacht.
Yep. He's, I like him. And like I said, really, if he wasn't in the show, I wouldn't have even bothered watching this. I probably wouldn't have finished the first episode, but they make him so unlikable, so cranky, so, Mark Hamill bitchy. Like, obviously something happened and they're saving that for the end. But in the meantime, I'm just sick of watching these guys be a bitch. I'm sick of watching insufferable girl bosses.
They're nasty to each other. Like that's what Jon Stewart was like. It's like he's being replaced, and that's not how it works in the comics. I mean, he had to take over for Hal Jordan. I'm forgetting the exact reason, but I think Hal had to go do something. I don't know if something happened with Hal, but it wasn't. It wasn't that he had to be replaced. They weren't replacing him.
Yeah, he snapped when his entire city got destroyed, but. Here he's just just being an asshole for no apparent reason.
Yeah, and I think Jon Stewart's on the scene even before the destruction of Coast City. If I'm remembering there's so much lore to Green Lantern.
Yeah, they did that. They did that parallax thing too. But I think the bottom line is you're working with writers that all they know how to do is deconstruct superheroes. They don't like superheroes. They're embarrassed by the IP. So now we're back to some weird True Detective bullshit where a bitchy Hal Jordan is dragging naked dead bodies with giant flaccid penises into a rental car and driving them around.
Language.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Phobos, you just nailed it real quick. Here's the thing. Since the beginning of movies, and especially since sound movies, the most reliable, lowest cost is horror, but the most reliable, lowest cost, and most profitable has always been crime and detective stories. So that's why they keep trying to mix it into Star Wars, Star Trek, and all this other shit. It's just like the mystery box era, and like we still can't fully shake it off.
Yeah. Was it the P word I said, Mark? Is that the...
No, I'm just joking. Just
okay.
joking. No,
No,
Tom had to pop
that
out, but
word's
hopefully
not allowed. This is one of the most erect channels ever.
yeah.
And again, this is supposed to be the
Well,
same
I just want to
universe.
mention Tom had to pop out, but thank you for being here, Tom, and feel free to pop back in if you can later, Tom. But thank you so much, and always appreciate Tom. And actually, he's got Midnight's Edge channel number 2, part 2, as I like to say. So everyone, let me put Tom's link in the chat here. And Tom needs to get up his watch hours too. So Midnight's Edge After Dark, part 2. So here's Tom's link. So everyone, please go over. If you're not subbed, and hopefully you already are, please subscribe and watch a bunch of Tom's awesome videos, please.
I'd like to,
Yeah,
like to
so-
have, I'd like
and-
to have
and-
a
oh, wait, and we have-
coming YouTuber on. I think he's going somewhere.
Yeah, and we had Professor R2 here, so I've got
Yay.
trying to.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's
what-
up,
what am
Professor?
I?
We're
What am
just
I?
talking
Just-
about you before.
Yeah, chop
Waste
liver.
of
My God,
circuits? What?
my
Come
God,
on.
Yeah.
taking this
But-
long to introduce the great Professor R2.
No. That's
Yeah.
great. I'm glad. I'm busy. I've been busy tonight. I was just sitting down. I was like, kind of put stuff away for now. What's going on? Oh yeah, Mark. What's Mark talking about today? Oh, he's talking about this filth. Oh, great. Yeah, let's hop in.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about.
Here's the thing: you took your kids to see Superman. Maybe they're young enough that they don't know any better, and they really liked it. And they're like, "Dad, can I watch Green Lantern now?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry. There's a bunch of racist rednecks and naked corpses running around, showing all their genitalia, and using that word 1,000 times."
Saying every other word.
Yeah.
It's funny because as I was watching this, my exact thought was, I know Professor R2 is as pissed as me right now. Like insurrection, colonization, the language choices.
That is not, those are not words that somebody who is on that side of the political spectrum is going to use.
Yeah, not at all. And also, tell me how a racist Nebraska town elected a 4.5 foot woman tall as their sheriff. If they're really that bad.
It's
that's
clearly
the real
supposed to be-
shit that's happening right now.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like some
supposed to
real-
be,
but they're not.
that it was all, they didn't actually elect her so much as she was put into that position.
Oh, okay.
She says she worked for it. She worked hard for this position or whatever in the most recent episode, but I've got a funny feeling that in fact she did not.
She doesn't.
She was placed there.
She doesn't seem to have any motives that make sense about her behavior. She's going against everybody else, claiming that she's helping the town, but her idea is to do absolutely nothing. So it doesn't make. You've got aliens invading, lady. You got to do something, and she just wants to sit on everything.
And Darth Plato was very disappointed we were not in puppet format tonight, but this is the best I can do. And thank you again to the Geek and I. So we'll leave this up for a minute. But thank you so much. And Tom says, "Hey, I like Superman." So you're talking the James Gunn Superman, right, Tom?
Yeah, I know he does. Tom, go watch my video on the DCU. It'll.
You know what? Sean, sorry,
hey, you don't know where the hands are on this robot avatar. I might just be a puppet.
Yeah, I am a puppet, but
do you still do?
I'm a stuffed animal.
We should make sure that we make that distinction. Like Mark's puppet right here is a Muppet. It could never have been on that episode. It is really important to remember. Part of the episode where all the puppets look at their hands, the reason they do that, and every one of them does it, and we spend a minute making sure they do it, is to show off the fact there is no wand on their hand, because that turns a puppet into a. There's like 3 things that turn a puppet into a Muppet, and they're only allowed to do a couple of them. Like the new Hura Muppet was so close that they could have gotten sued if if Disney wanted to even.
But I thought it was Henson doing the Muppets, though.
No,
Henson's
far one.
It's Henson's not so talented son.
Yeah.
It's the Henson Creature Shop, so they get
Yeah,
to keep,
yeah.
It's his name; he can keep it. The Muppets are Disney. they can't be Muppets. Muppets are owned by Disney. So then when this guy tried to do his thing, Disney launched a war against him. And where's Tom when you need him? He could verify this. What happened was there was a big legal fight where they had to define what a Muppet was. So the two things I know that I remember offhand are the eyes, and you have Muppet eyes here. So this is like, what we're familiar with as Muppet
in terms of
eyes.
trademark or IP or
Well, no, because like there's very specific kind of puppet that is different from other puppets and therefore filed as a copyright, as an invention.
Yeah.
And you can't, you can license it, but they're not going to give you the license. They own the Muppets. And if you try to call it a Muppet or make it look too Muppet-like, now that with AI, they've extended this, the eyes and the way that nose goes on, that's just not allowed. So when you see the non-Muppet puppets, there's two things that you realize right away. One, there's several non-Muppet things. It looks like a Muppet that has fetal alcohol syndrome. And the other thing would be that they have articulated arms. Now, this would seem to be like some kind of an advancement, but I would point out they are all exactly like the blank puppet form body that you can buy on Amazon for about $40 with levers and pulleys as your traditional puppet arm movements. So they move their hands to look at them to prove they're not Muppets. They can't have googly eyes. They can't have pop-on noses like that. Their faces have to be different.
Yeah, they can only trademark specific things like the rod technique using the arms or the names. Like the nose and eyes, those things have been around 100 years before Muppets. They don't have a trademark over that.
Those style eyes
all
on
CGI
a Muppet
anyway.
would be tied up in court, though. You have to realize, it's a loser.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I don't see it not getting
I'm sure they would,
but nobody wants to get sued by Disney for sure.
And I think I think that puppet was from Darth Plato. I think that was in like a botany lab that we're talking, because you think he's talking about the plant that's someone's hand inside of a glove that looks like it like reaches out.
Oh, you're talking about the one in Charlie X that reacts weirdly.
Is that Charlie X?
It's either in Charlie X or Enemy.
No, I think it is Man Trap, because it reacts to the salt vampire.
Man Trap, that's what it is. I'm sorry. It can tell. It has like a sixth sense. It can perceive what's going on, and it like freaks out when.
Yeah, it's just some guy's hand in a glove that has like little leaves on it.
Teague is right. They do
low-res TV.
Yeah, the Admiral is right. They all do look like they have fetal alcohol syndrome. I didn't notice that, but you're spot on. They all look a bit off. They all look a little bit fucked up. And
if your mother indulged too much, I apologize, guys. What's the only way to describe it?
All of their noses are flesh colored. Like they don't have the big colored noses.
And flattened out. They all look a little like Nagilum. Their eyes are too far apart, and they can't be googly.
Because trademark, not that I'm anywhere near a trademark lawyer or expert, but, you can't trademark, puppets per se, but you can trademark a Muppet,
but you can still get sued by Disney and go broke trying to defend yourself. So,
but there's certain things, but there's certain things that. No, I'm agreeing with you, but I think that you can't, so they're just making it look different enough, so you can't say it's a Muppet, although it's in that kind of that kind of style.
This wouldn't necessarily be trademark. This would fall actually more under what we refer to as trade dress. That has to do with the way that you package your product, or the way that the colors that you use, or the presentation of it. So in the design of the way that the puppets, the Muppets are made, there's certain aspects that they've basically said, like, these are the things that make up what a Muppet is. Yeah.
To Artu's point, could you scroll back up and could I just use Scotty to illustrate? See Scotty? Yeah. I've got a little more, scroll up a little more. The Scotty one is next to Carol Kane. Okay, Scotty right there. Now, Scotty is your basic guy smiley variant, okay?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He has a deep Muppet mouth, unlike the Carol Kane puppet next to him, right? He has a real Muppet nose, which is very different from the Carol Kane puppet next to him. Mm-hmm. He has Muppet hair and Muppet eyebrows, Muppet ears, Muppet nose, and Muppet mouth. So what did they do? They gave him flat to the face eyes. So that they can't go 3 for 3.
Yeah.
And full disclosure, I'm not a lawyer. I can't practice law. What I did do was, in my midlife crisis, I took like 3 semesters of law school before I realized that I hated it and I didn't want to do it. But I got A's through copyright law through the whole thing. So while I might not be right, I can assess it and I know where to look and how to read the contracts. What we can say.
Yeah, Green Lantern would have been a lot better if they had made that with puppets, I think.
Yeah, so Jim Henson's creature company, he can't make Muppets anymore, or I guess does Disney hire him to do anything?
No, he makes
No, Disney
Muppets
bought
for Disney.
Disney owns them. Yeah.
In 1991, at age 58, Jim Henson passed away.
Yeah. So, but who the Jim Henson company is owned by
Disney
Disney.
owns all of it.
His heirs sold the company to someone else, who then sold it to Disney. It might have been Fox for a little while, but now Disney has it.
Yep.
It's now 100% Disney. There's been no remuneration. They got it when they got Fox, so that their deal's over. The Henson family's over. The thing is, John Henson owns his name. So you can't, only Leo Fender that I know of sold his name. But if Leo Fender's son wanted to do something, he probably would have had a case. So he had to differentiate it. It's not called John Henson's Muppets. He was smart enough. It's called the Henson Creature Workshop.
So that's totally separate from Disney.
These are Henson creatures. These are not Muppets. They're separate from Disney,
so
and they have
totally
to be
separate from Disney.
distinct.
Okay, so what I was trying to get at,
no relationship with Disney. This is not a crossover. There's no crossing of the streams.
No, but what I was trying to get at, if Jim Henson's Creature Shop was owned by Disney and they're making this for Star Trek, they're going to make something that's copyright compliant.
This is John Henson's attempt to get some kind of notoriety in the field of puppetry because the Muppet thing has been taken away from him. He can't do that.
Well, that would piss me off if my dad created them, and I can't do my dad's creation.
He was 6. He could have been a great guitar player or something. He's just not a gifted puppet maker. Look at these not so gifted puppets.
Yeah, I'm sure he inherited some money, but it's called Jim Henson's Creature Shop.
Yep. And Tom says, as far as I know, Disney only owns the Muppet characters, but the Henson Shop retains the rights to any patents or R&D related to, but I'm not sure. Well, that can happen too. So where you sell a product or something to another company, usually you get the patent for that, that item, but it depends. They might have wanted to keep that separate so they could stay in business separately. But it's very interesting stuff.
He still owns Sesame Street. So Disney does not own the characters of Sesame Street, even they look in our Muppets. So the creature company still owns
Kermit as a Muppet, or then not. I mean, Sesame Street has unlimited rights to Kermit, but Disney uses him.
I'm not sure about Kermit.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think
he's the only Muppet who is always in 2 worlds. So
there is probably some kind of deal.
There is
no Kermit. There's no Kermit on the website. Only the other Sesame Street characters.
And
in 1989, the original deal collapsed to buy Jim Henson's death in 1990. There was a deal going on to buy Jim Henson's a famous company, but they decided later on that it was just like they did not decide to go through with the deal because of his death. But years later, in 2004, for $75 million, now Disney does own every single thing that Jim Henson has ever created before and now.
No, he doesn't. Disney doesn't own Sesame Street. That's the Sesame Workshop.
Street, they own the rights to the Muppets.
Yeah,
right.
The Muppets are distinctive. They're totally separate.
Yeah, but
Tom is saying they can only use the Ace Reporter version of Kermit.
I knew there was something like that. There was a like a catch, like
stuff.
They're owned by Sesame Workshop, formerly Children's Workshop, but the Jim Henson company, the Creature Shop, is the one who makes, maintains, and operates them on behalf of Sesame Workshop.
Owned by Disney.
And the tragedy is they damn Disney shut down my favorite, one of my favorite attractions in Disney, the 3D Muppets theater. Oh my god, I love that Muppets theater. Oh, that was so good, and they damn it,
And
they
how-
closed it down. Oh, it was so good.
My heartbreaker is Tom Sawyer Island. When Disneyland got too insane, just go there and sit down. You could have
Yep.
like 35 feet with no people around. It's a luxury after hours of that. And I'm from New York City.
Yeah,
So,
so
how
they
far are
killed
we
that.
going to allow Disney to keep on buying these franchises? And there's monopoly laws, so we got to really think about that. When we talk about Star Trek, we talk or Marvel and Star Wars and things like that. How far are we going to let Disney keep on digging their nails in seriously until they own everything? There's monopoly laws. When does Disney get held accountable for this shit?
As long as
Mayor
Disney are
Zoltan.
Democrats, they'll be allowed to buy everything they want.
Well,
if they
yeah,
want.
and there's
Actually, right now, Zoltan is saying that no one should. That there's not enough media, and we've siphoned down to. For once, I agree with Mayor Zoltan. We have too few media houses and too few film companies. We should have more. He's right about that.
The big problem is what's media, right? That's actually the big problem right now.
Especially
And
now,
so
right?
when
of course,
they-
he's an idiot.
Yeah, when they look at monopoly law, a lot of times there's a bunch of stuff that goes into that helps determine, like, well, is it a monopoly? Is it a duopoly? Like, what is it? How does that work? When you look at it legally, when you look at it from a business perspective. And the problem with media right now is that, yes, it seems like everything's consolidating, but when you look at how many hours people spend in a movie theater in a year watching films, and you compare that to how much time they spend on YouTube or TikTok, there's no comparison, right? So they can't say, well, Disney, they've bought up all these properties and all these studios, and they have this massive control over media. Well, that's not strictly true, right?
Everyone's watching Marc D with a C.
Yeah, so there's some real issues there with trying to
guys.
use anti-competitive. I'm just saying from a perspective of the way the court would see it, there's a lot of issues there trying to say, well, you can't buy up that company because you're taking competitors out of the market when their real competitors are YouTube and TikTok. and
Some of
social media.
That's not
Professor Archie is
films.
correct, and it
Listen to me,
lines up
that's
with the
not
antitrust
films.
laws that we
That's
have
not
from
TV shows. That's not films. That's
I know
not,
that,
but
streaming.
but they're not. They don't
they've
look at
totally
it that way.
taken over the market.
Because
that's
they
not
don't look
media
at it that
anymore.
way, because what they look at is not just a specific product necessarily, but the entire collection of different things that can be what we refer to as substitutes in
And
economics.
thank you to
right?
Tom for popping back
Hey,
in here,
Tom.
Tom.
And plus, do we want someone to stop the Paramount Warner Brothers deal? I mean, we don't want state
Yes.
TV where the government makes the calls.
I still want it to be stopped because I watched this happen to the music industry.
Yeah, but then
I
they'll
would
just
like to see
dissolve.
more film houses. I trust the Paramount
Yeah.
people more with the Warner Brothers
Thank
properties.
you,
the only
Tom.
thing I'll say.
Yeah. It's not like if
I
they
don't trust
stop it,
anybody
it's
with it.
just going to get divided up and handed
Yeah,
out.
more-
It's
if
going to
it-
So
consolidate.
let's
one way
ask
or the
Tom.
other.
Tom, well, what do you? Let's give Tom the floor for a minute, and thank you for popping back in. What do you think? Well, A, about all this IP talk we've been having, and B, what would you like to see happen with the Paramount merger?
I would
Warner
be
Bros.
happy if they stayed separate because the problem is we have too much conglomeration as it is, and these two big companies shouldn't be allowed to combine. In fact, if anything, if Banta or whatever the hell his name is wants something to actually lean on instead of his fucking politics, which he's just showing his hand right off the bat, and it's going to all get tossed out of court if he even tried. Instead, he should be using the Disney-Fox merger as an example of why this shouldn't go through, and the music industry is an example of why this shouldn't go through. Because that's exactly what happened to the music industry in the last 30 years is we had several different companies that own tons of music all throughout the world. It was basically Michael Jackson stopping a monopoly by the big wigs in the music industry from owning everything because he owned so much of the other music, being the solo owner of so much stuff that wasn't owned by a corporation. As soon as he died, Sony bought up that music, and now that there's Sony, BMG, Universal, and Warner Brothers. That's all there is. There's no other music companies whatsoever in the world, right? So because of that, they control everything. There'll never be another biggest album of all time again. There'll never be a new Taylor Swift or a new anybody again. That's why anybody who's doing anything is like Taylor Swift, even though she's 40 fucking years old, because that's the newest music that makes its way through anything anymore, because they're known and people trust them. Unless you discover it on your own, people's musical tastes and everything are all over the place. Yeah, Billie Eilish is maybe the next one in line. But like, even her, like, look at her. She's probably pushing 30 now too. She's been around for better than a decade. That's not even the point, but the point is like, yeah, you don't have anybody who's ever going to come close to the weight or the size of somebody like a Madonna or a Prince or a Bruce Springsteen or a Michael Jackson ever again, because this can never happen again.
They're too corporate, and they're not willing to take risks. You're saying, Tom? Is that what
there's that? It's just they're too corporatized. They're too monopolized. Like, I read an article the other day about how there'll never be another Thriller again. What that means is there'll never be another album that sells that many copies, just because we're not that much of a collective anymore, and they have destroyed the music industry. There is no music industry anymore. It's just people selective whatever they want to do, and it's the same thing happening to movies and television right now. What do you fucking think these streaming services are? They're the same thing as Spotify and everything else was, Apple Music and stuff years ago. It's just going to take over.
Conglomerating.
Yeah, and in 10 years from now, people are going to rediscover DVD and Blu-rays again, right? Like, that's all that's going to happen.
Except the players won't exist. So
it doesn't matter if the company's conglomerate or not, because it's all owned by private equity anyway. You could have 10 companies. It's still all one company. It's still all private equity. That's the thing. The corporate divide is an illusion. Because private equity owns all the corporations, and they're the ones that are fucking everything up.
Netflix was the lesser of two evils in this scenario, because Netflix isn't a traditional studio, right? They don't have the pipeline like everybody else does in Hollywood to the theatrical system. And believe you me, they've been getting a taste of this, what it's like to put things out in theaters. And that's the whole reason Amazon bought MGM. You think they wanted them for their shit catalog? Fuck no. They could give a crap about their catalog. They just wanted that MGM logo to put over things and to plug into that distribution pipeline that goes to the theaters.
Yeah, it was the
That's
pipeline
what they wanted.
They were
Bond, James Bond.
And James Bond. Yeah, they paid more for James Bond than they did for the entirety of MGM if you didn't pay attention. Right? That was what they were after as far as IP. They could give a fuck about anything else. They just wanted that pipeline. And that's what Netflix wants. They want that pipeline, regardless of what Serranos or whatever has said in the past. Don't listen to their bullshit. They got a taste of what happened with that pop Demon Hunters shit and some of the other stuff they've done with their TV shows where they put, a premiere episode in theaters. They don't get to keep that cash, but they keep tabs on that shit, because what they're doing is, this is the problem they have, is all their contracts and everything set up over at Netflix is all for their streaming shit. So they can't make any money on any of that stuff. And K-pop was co-produced or was produced by Sony or whatever.
Sony,
So like, that's the thing, is they need a studio. Japanese. They want a Warner Brothers. They want somebody that they can buy into. And that's where I said it's probably
they'll
the lesser
probably
of two
buy
evils.
Lionsgate. They'll buy
Lionsgate and Sony are both up for sale within the, and I mean, by Sony, I mean Columbia Pictures, but I mean, are all up for sale in the next few years, I guarantee you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. BlackRock Vanguard, private equity, owns Warner Brothers, owns Netflix. They're the biggest, largest continuous block shareholder. They own Paramount Skydance. It's all the same people
their power isn't as much as they used to be, though. And that's why they hate Zaslav, because he's not one of them. He was an outsider who came in, and he was the guy that everybody hated to begin with, because his claim to fame was discovery, right?
Then you should want him to own Warner Brothers.
I do, and I did, and I was in fact, if you go back, if you rewind, this is the hilarity of it. If you rewind to before David Zaslav took over at Warner Brothers, I was checking into these streaming services. This had to do with discovery, because I was like asking all my friends, especially people and family who were into Star Trek, if they had been checking into the new Star Trek show. And one thing that stuck out to me whenever I kept asking people stuff was like, oh, do you have CBS All Access? Have you been watching this new Star Trek show? Well, my one cousin's had CBS All Access, but they had no idea there was a new Star Trek show. And then everybody else, I kept asking about it.
They didn't know?
No. And then everybody was like, oh, we have Netflix and we have, this and we have Discovery Plus. And everybody would have Discovery Plus. And I'm like, What is the fucking deal with Discovery Plus? So after hearing about 3 or
Home
4
renovation shows.
exactly. As soon as I got to the 3rd or 4th time where somebody's like Discovery Plus, Discovery Plus, Discovery Plus, I'm like, this is the common denominator besides Netflix. I finally
I never
just
watched
piped up
Discovery.
and I asked, I said, what the fuck is the deal with Discovery Plus? And everybody said, oh, we got to have it. I mean, what do you mean you got to have it? It's like, oh, we can't keep up with all of our 90-Day Fiancés and this show and that show or whatever the fuck, all the home improvement shows. All these reality shows and shit. And then my brain rewinds and I go in and do some research after I got home after hearing about over a dozen people say that they have Discovery Plus. And the thing that stuck out to me is, oh, we have to have that. Because once I started asking the question, why Discovery Plus? That was everybody's first reaction. Oh, we have to have Discovery Plus. And then I went and looked, who is in charge of Discovery Plus? David Zaslav. David Zaslav
They wanted him.
He was the guy who came in and changed Discovery for better or worse. Everybody was flipping out when he came in because he tossed basically the baby out with the bathwater and said, we're going to redo all this shit. He's the one who changed Court TV and all that kind of shit. He changed all those things and people bitched about it. But guess what? He tripled their viewership, if not quadrupled in some cases. So I'm saying this is the guy to watch. Discovery Plus is the channel to watch. Fast forward a few months after that, they were begging this guy to come in and fix Warner Brothers for him.
Yeah, but it's all low quality, low effort bullshit.
Doesn't matter.
Reality stuff.
He has
Doesn't
still
matter.
turned
It
his
makes
shit
money.
around. He's still turned their shit around. It
He
doesn't
got
fucking
results,
matter.
is what you're saying, Tom, right?
He got
Tom?
results. It doesn't fucking matter. And even though on paper, like I said, you can hate the James Gunn universe to bring us back around to Green Lantern and all that other bullshit, even though James Gunn has probably the least to do with the Lantern show of anything that's come out in the last 2 years of that fucking DC universe, because that was a Lindelof hangover from before, right? Like,
No, it was not.
Yeah,
Lindelof didn't come in until after James Gunn hired him. The original showrunners,
or the other
booted
guy.
out.
This was a pitch before. That's my point. Was this show?
but
it
they-
was a
they're
very
like
different
5
pitch.
Yeah, that was
Hey,
all
hey,
gone.
guys,
The showrunners, the
listen.
contracts, everything was gone.
Look, on
This is
paper,
all
James Gunn was the guy, and the same thing with all this other stuff that he's been doing. And this whole thing with the sale of Warner Brothers, people got it all wrong and backwards. For some reason, people think everything's like, oh, no, this was Zaslav. Yes, he was planning on flipping it, but he wasn't planning on flipping it yet. This was all brought on by David Ellison. David Ellison decided in the middle of the night one night before he even had a chance to drive the new car that Daddy got him that he wanted another car, right? He's like, oh, this new car's great. This Lamborghini's great, Daddy. But you know what else I need? A fucking Porsche. And instead of fucking just seeing what he was going to do with Paramount, he decided he's going to turn around and buy Warner Brothers and start a bidding war for the company that wasn't quite ready to be sold yet. Like the
Newsflash:
bathroom wasn't
Oracle
finished or
is
anything like that.
Oracle slashing tens of thousands of jobs tomorrow. Parent company of Skydance
Yeah.
and Warner
Yeah.
and Paramount.
Yeah.
And this is why I've been afraid of Skydance taking over Paramount to begin with. I got to be the one to fucking remind everybody. They're the reason Paramount was in the position they were in. People forget that 90% of fucking Paramount's output were Skydance Productions. They were the same motherfuckers behind Star Trek 09 and fucking Into Darkness and all that other bullshit. People seem to forget this.
They
It's
have
like, you really
denounced
think that
Mark.
Paramount's going to fucking change? It's going to be the same shit as it was yesterday. It's just like every other fucking day of the week. You think David Ellison's going to save anything? Fuck no.
Well, at
This
least
guy
there's
is
no
just
Les
like one of
Moonves.
them.
We're gonna find out.
He
Hey,
may not
Mark,
be as bad as
Mark,
Les
did you
Moonves,
get my
but we're going to be
X
wishing.
message?
I mean, my point is
Oh,
the bottom line of this
let
is
me
we're
go
going to
check
be wishing
right
David Zaslav was still around in 5 years. I bet you.
Yeah, but I don't want
I wish
Netflix and
they
their
had-
woke bullshit to be taking over that stuff
Yeah,
either.
I just took a look at this one. The plan from Paramount to acquire Warner Brothers does not include Zaslav staying, and he wants out of there. I had thought that they wanted him to stay on because I like his style too. I
No.
think Tom's right.
No, this is because David Ellison doesn't like to play well with others. This is why Taylor Sheridan's leaving too. Your fucking star player is leaving.
I know that's upsetting.
And
Although
this should be
we've
enough
got him
for people
a
to
good
have a
long
fucking
time.
pause at this moment and go, what is going on here when you're letting your best player walk out the
Yeah.
fucking building right
Yeah,
after you bought the
because-
team?
Because
The
he
story
cost
was MMA
because Sher-
or NFL or him, and they
No.
couldn't do all three at once.
yeah, Sheridan
what they
cost
said.
them more money than he
Then I
makes
guess MMA's
them,
got to go.
though.
Hey.
Sheridan costs them more money than he makes them though, and he's always
Maybe
double
up
dealing
front.
with his own bullshit.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
up
he
front,
makes
but
a
in the
lot of
long
money
run,
from them.
he's gonna turn around and make them. That's the thing. The only reason Paramount Plus is a fucking player in this game right now is one reason and one reason only. Because if it has anything to do with Yellowstone, people watch it.
Yes,
yeah.
Taylor Sheridan is the modern Gene Roddenberry. He's a genius.
Yeah, they still have his stuff though for a decade, and by the time it runs out, they're gonna have.
That's what I mean. And I get part of the thought up front, but it's like you're letting your best player leave before the game's even up.
That made no
Well,
sense to me.
Tom,
Yeah.
he was
I think his
Paramount
best years
first.
are behind him.
He
That
was
may be true,
Paramount
too.
first. He was Paramount first with Yellowstone, and he's always been a Paramount filmmaker. So when Paramount, I'm sorry, he was always Universal first, and he was a Universal filmmaker. Paramount was lucky to get anything from him. Sicario, I believe, is Universal. He's a filmmaker again, like he wants to be. And what happened was the rotating tetrarchy of CEOs for Paramount, no one was responsible for anything. So that's the people who extended Kurtzman, and they tried to keep Taylor Sheridan, but they cut his budget so much he wanted out. Universal swooped in, and Paramount, the tetrarchy did a good job. They kept him on till 2029. They might be able to save one or two of his shows because he is the modern Gene Roddenberry. He's a genius. He's just a genius.
Well, it depends on how much control they have over these properties, because at the end of the day, I agree with you. Like, he's at this point where I've talked to people that know him personally, or within like one or two degrees of separation. Yeah, and he's got plans. He had his plan. This was all planned from the start. He's pretty much gonna, when he's done with this, like you said, he's going on to movies. He wanted to go make movies with his buddy for a while, but Paramount kept sweetening the pot for him.
Sicario and what is it, Hell or High Water?
Yeah, that guy, whoever he made those with.
Hell or High Water is a great freaking movie.
But yeah, that's his buddy that he wants to work with. And that's the thing, is Paramount knew this shit. And if Ellison was smart, he should have come in and just gave him a blank fucking check and said, whatever it's going to take to keep you on board for the next 10, 15
Ellison
years. You fill in those
was
numbers
broke.
right now. I don't care. At that point, you fucking find somebody else to get it from. If anything, you cut all of fucking Kurtzman's budgets and say, see ya, sorry, Star Trek's going on hiatus for about 5-10 years.
Yeah,
I
that
think
would have
the
been
problem
smart.
was if they don't follow the
couldn't do that
contract, they lose retroactive rights to
honestly
Star Trek, which is it's too destructive. You'll never start.
I would have sold Star Trek to pay for him to stick around, because Star Trek ain't worth that much to Paramount.
That
anymore.
might be accurate to say. I wouldn't argue that.
Because
There's
that's the
just too
thing
much-
is, I've been like, you want to make movies, Taylor? You can make them here. As long as you give me a fucking new series every 3 years, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, there's too much
year.
animosity between Ellison.
Well, I
and
mean, that's the thing.
Sheridan
He's
there.
pumping out so much now. It's like you said, they're giving him so much. They're giving us so much shit that they'll be able to eat on that for 10 years. But once you get to a point, you've tapped it so hard. Like, I mean, it's like, come on, man. If I could keep my horse up in the stable happy and fed, and as long as he's giving me something every couple of years and a movie every other year between there, fucking fine with that.
Yeah,
Let's
but
just face it, though. This is the most stable. For the last 2 years, have been the most stable Paramount has been in 20.
yeah.
Do you think so?
But in 5 years, media is going to look so different.
It's been chaotic.
I don't know about that. I really don't. For better or worse, even Les Moonves, I think, kept it under a better reign, regardless of what he did to Star Trek.
Les Moonves gave us Kurtzman.
Listen,
really
he may have
at the
given
edge
us
of the 20
Kurtzman, but
years.
Paramount is a fucking pale shadow, and the reason they haven't been this way in 20 years is because of Skydance. That's my whole point. And yes, Ellison isn't all the problem, don't get me wrong, but his daddy and all the other people that are involved with Skydance are part of the problem. You couldn't have planned this better.
Listen,
it was almost like they did it on purpose. It was almost like they planned for them to be a failure.
Oh, I just want to interject here real quick. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, I just want to say, Tim, I keep I want everyone to remember our buddy Cardinal Sen, so I keep that in the stream elements. So that's why I have remember Cardinal. Yep. Yeah, just wanted to interject that there. Yeah.
And in 5 or 10 years, media is going to look so differently. It's going to look completely different. We're not going to have traditional TV shows and movies.
Well, no, and it's going to be all their fault. But this is what the thing is they don't understand, and this is why people are turning back to physical media and classic media, because the new media is not giving them what they want, right?
Yeah.
Like that's first and foremost the problem. Number one, it's not so much even the ownership part. That's the secondary factor.
Which is exactly why they're killing physical media, because they don't want you to go back and look at old stuff unless you're renting it from them in perpetuity.
And then they can take the license away from you. You have to buy it again.
Yeah, that's what. But there won't be.
Or when you die, the other thing is when the other thing is when you
be a license, Mark.
Yeah, but the other
We're-
thing is when you croak, you can't get. I can't give away my records. Like I grabbed my grandmother's record collection the other day. You can't. You can kind of pass on the digital rights, but not as easily.
Yep.
Or they could disappear. You lose your logins or something. So that they love the idea that its ownership
all
is
that shit's
temporary. And
forgotten.
I
fleeting.
want them to die
right?
with me. It's a lot of new
And-
Trek in there.
And the thing is you may be right that they're not making a lot of players anymore for shit, but the beauty of having things on disc for the last 50 years is it's easily ripped. It's unlike video games and certain other things where people have to literally tear
You're
the game
right.
apart. Like the beauty of it is the technology is there to where we, the pirates, are staying on top of this shit, and they're still worried about it.
Well, you can actually back up stuff you own too legally as part
Legally,
of the
yes.
DMC.
Like, that's what they don't want
Legally,
you to own
yes
it.
and no.
Because
Well,
this all
plus I
goes
know
back
it's
to
the
the Digital
future,
Rights
so
Act
you
and all that
can-
shit. But
Yeah, because you can back it up, but you can't break encryption.
You can't
to
break
do it.
copyright.
You
But
can't
if you're
break
not the one who
encryption
made
to
that
do it.
software, then there's nothing they can do about it. See, like that's the beauty of the loopholes.
Yeah, that's
So I said this
the
years
loopholes in
ago.
the law.
I said this years ago, and also I said this like a month ago, right, Mark? That like just start investing into physical media, because if you don't start investing into physical media now, then you're gonna lose everything that you love.
Well, the audiophiles
The set
have
that-
been ahead of this for a while, and this is why I keep
Yeah.
comparing it to the music industry, because we've seen this even before. Because physical media is still strong in the music for that reason. Because the audiophiles are like, no, you're not fucking taking that away from me. In fact, I'll buy enough of it to where you keep making it.
Oh well, they're
Right.
happy to sell you a some collector's vinyl that costs you $89. They're happy to sell you that because one, they know you're not playing it, you're actually just collecting it, and if you do play it, it wears out after a while.
But that's the
So they're
beauty
happy
of
to
physical
sell you
media
that.
on that part. But
So
CDs are making a comeback. This is the thing they don't want you to know. CDs are sold.
Yeah.
Had bigger growth last year than vinyl has in years.
And
Like,
more,
people
much
are
more
affordable,
waking the
much
fuck up.
more usable, and much longer
And not only that-
life of hot premium.
Well, not
sound.
just that. They like to have the ownership. That's the big part of it. People are finally waking up to the quality factor, right? Because they've been so used to listening
Yeah.
to streaming for so long, they didn't realize how bitrate starved everything they've been listening to and watching has been. When you have people who are preferring to pick up the DVD copies just so they have them on hand, and they
Yeah.
don't care because it's better to them than not having it at
Yeah.
all, and or
Yeah.
watching it on some
and
streaming
and,
service
and I'm
going to
not
change it or
I
take
am
it
not
away.
disagreeing. I'm buying up physical media like crazy. Okay.
Yeah, do it.
I'm buying as much as I can. I'm buying every TV show I care about, every film I really care about. I'm getting it in the best quality I can, and I have my Plex server where I'm putting stuff. But
Well-
that's not what I'm saying. I get that.
well,
I
there's
totally
another part of it too.
agree
and this
that
is maybe
is
where
happening.
you're going to come from, and that is that the other side of this too is this is where they weren't paying attention, and that is where the used sales, right, on every
Yeah.
Oh
media.
yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is with collectors, especially the music people, and this is where I was saying, is they know that a lot of these things, unless you get it from a certain era or a certain pressing, you are getting either a compromised or a degraded and or compressed or whatever type of version you're fucking not wanting. So there is that compromise, and the music industry is starting to finally come around to that because they realized, oh shit, we lost all of our main customers, and we turned in dollars for pennies when we turned into the streaming service. See, that's the thing where they're hurting now. They just finally realized after all this time that, oh fuck, we were making dollars, if not tens of dollars, off of every unit sold compared to like when somebody listens to a song 1,000 times, they're lucky if they get $1. Right? Like that's what they realize they've turned themselves into now. So they're doing whatever they can
So
to sell you
short-sighted.
whatever super extravagant audio file fucking version they can. And they have realized that, oh, we fucked ourselves with the loudness wars. So now they've come back around to a lot of these versions. You'd be surprised. And I think that's half the reason people turn to vinyl, because that's the only place you couldn't,
It sounds decent.
because it wasn't bombarded with the loudness wars. And now people are finally like, oh, if I get these older CDs or I get some of these newer pressings where they're not compressed to shit, then I'm actually getting a better version. And that's where people are finally coming around to it.
Yep.
And the
But
studios are finally realizing that. But that's because the music industry has been brought to its fucking knees. And that's
Well,
what
yeah,
needs to
I mean,
happen
that's
now.
why-
they're in total
Yep.
collapse. So you're right about the music industry. So, but here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there's a problem with physical media from the demand side. People are demanding it. The problem is from the supply side. The studios, especially film, television studios, have decided they do not want physical media to exist any
So
longer.
fuck
They
them.
do not want you to be able to own a film and watch it anytime you want. They are fully on board 110% with the streaming model. Now, not saying this is the right choice. I'm saying this is where they're headed. They are fully on board with the streaming model. They want to control both the production and the distribution, and they want to do it in perpetuity. They produce, for instance, I mean, not that this is the best, option or best, example here, but the most recent seasons of Futurama, the new, redone seasons of King of the Hill or of Scrubs. You will not find physical media for those anywhere. Does not exist and will not exist. They are producing things to go onto their streaming service that will never be released physically, never be sold in that type of medium, so that they can lock them in to a streaming service. And the only way you will ever watch them is if you pay them continually to be able to watch them. Right?
Oh, yeah.
That is what
yourself,
I'm saying.
Professor.
Tom
Or
said
you
it
make them
earlier about
yourself.
music.
You got to make them yourself. Fuck it. That if you're going to put me in a corner, I'm going to be real right now. If you're going to put me in a corner like that and, you give me the first 13 seasons or whatever the fuck it is, and you make me have to burn it on a DVD, well, so be it. I guess I'm just going to do that.
And that is, and I'm not arguing with you. That
I know you're not.
Piracy as an option still absolutely exists. Okay, it's there.
That's our only option.
It will continue to be an option.
Yeah, piracy is the best archive of historical media that we have. Piracy
is definitely something that can exist
gone
out there to go along with it.
And it's because they're making us do it.
Pirates have taken over restoration in a lot of cases, right? Like Nosferatu being one of the greatest examples. How many movies from that era were lost that were not banned? Right.
Well,
the only
most
reason
silent films are
exactly the only reason
lost,
Nosferatu is still around is because pirates decided, they're going to try and take that away from us. Well, let's make 50,000 copies of it and sell it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again,
I want to just say that like we've kind of gone full circle. And Napster came out. If you're not young enough to remember that, what an incredible thing that was, right? Because I spent a lot of money on music, and back in high school, music was almost kind of like who you were with as a group. I don't know if it's that way as much today. I don't think it is, but that kind of defined you, like who you hang out with and what kind of music you liked, and it was like almost like a badge you wore. I like heavy metal, or I like the Grateful Dead or whatever, right? And when Napster came out, I was like, oh my god, we can get whatever we want. But the problem was the artists weren't getting paid. So and of course we had the Metallica, the Backlash. Some of the artists did stupid stuff too. But now basically the artists can only make money by touring, which is a real mess. And you don't see innovative stuff, creative stuff, or risk taking too. That's the problem.
They
used
used
to
to tour
taking a risk.
Yeah, they used to tour to support the album. Now the album supports the tour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you wanted to, like, as an example, like my dad sold his house, our house, in 1973 to start a business making tools for electricians, and he moved in with my grandparents, and we lived there for like 5 or 6 years. He wasn't even drawing his salary, so we could have never started that business without my grandparents, basically supporting us. But it's a much more small fry example, but today these companies don't want to take a risk. They want just the produce thing, or what looks good in the AI, or what looks good in the algorithm. Would have Queen have made it today, or they should have, but would a record company executive taken a chance on a group like Queen, or say like the B-52s, or you name it?
Isn't there anymore. You're only self-made now. That's the thing.
Tom,
right?
Yeah. Tom said this earlier. Tom alluded to this, and everything kind of speaks to this. The lack of physical media takes away the ability. And from Tom's area, I don't know if you ever saw them, but I loved the Replacements. And how did they get famous? They pressed their own records, they sold them at their shows, and they built a local scene, and those records got around nationally. Now, no one's going to have a player No one's going to have a way to have the music. So, like, unless you get a streaming deal and where people are going to tell you what to do, it's like this song about Pepsi is the way to go. You know, like the people like the replacements. People like, I mean, Michael Jackson's of the world who you know, at the point where he enters fame, they'll still be around, but it'll be rare. We're only going to get sure things. There'll be a few professional songwriters. I mean, Bonnie Tyler is an example. The Jim Stenemans will be the ones just writing one song after another for people who come and go, and it won't be of that quality. And your local guys are screwed out of this.
Yeah, and so that was the third layer of kind of what I was talking about there is not only are these studios saying, okay, we're 100% on streaming, we're going to lock you in, you'll own nothing and like it. Well, you say, well, you know, maybe there's, you know, I think it was RJ Godzilla in the chat said, well, they'll still make physical media for areas that don't have streaming. No, they won't, because the companies that produce that physical media are the same companies that are producing the product. Sony is shutting down its ability to produce physical media. They are literally turning off the factories.
Yep.
And so not only will they not want to do them, no one else will be able to do them either. The factories to produce the actual discs themselves won't exist.
Yeah,
unless there is a major change, in the market where some player decides, no, actually, we do want to make physical media. We are going to keep this company running. We are going to keep this fab open. They are going to completely erase the ability to make these discs. And you say, well, I'll make these discs myself at home. No, you won't. Because they will also stop making the printable discs. They've already stopped. Try to go out and buy a CD rewritable or a DVD rewritable. They're nearly impossible to find.
For your computer or for I haven't tried to buy one in years.
Not to try.
There is some
themselves.
The blanks you're talking about.
There is some companies that still produce them, but yeah, Sony did.
Yeah,
they're
making them like last year.
Independents will take over the market vacuum, but like R2 is completely correct again.
We don't know. You're right, R2. I agree with you, bro. I hear what you're saying. I definitely hear what you're saying, and that is where they're trying to go. And that's the fucked up part. That is what they're trying to do, and so like I was saying, you know, before that unless you jump on the bandwagon now, that, you know, kids later or whatever are gonna run into. They want to have Nirvana on, you know, their MP3 player, whatever they use, you know, in the future, and they won't be able to have it unless they pirate it.
The Chinese
they will have Nirvana, but they won't have the way the record was released. They'll get, everyone knows the reference. They'll get the Wave Me Nirvana.
Yeah, the Chinese will always build players and recorders, though. You'll always.
Yeah, I mean, the player market, I think, will not disappear. They'll still have the lasers, they'll still have the motors and stuff like that. I mean, you can still get a cassette deck, right? You can still buy one.
Are we allowed to talk? Are we allowed to talk freely about this? Like how freely are we allowed to talk?
Well, I mean, you don't want to give anyone instructions.
I would talk around it.
I'm not going to give anybody instructions.
This is how you bring down the gun.
Deep enough, and you look deep enough recently that FLAC files are a thing that are coming out now because it's.
What do you mean coming out now? FLAC is 30 years old. Everything
no, but I know what he's saying. Like high-res audio is starting to make a big. It's not just FLAC,
I'm just trying to back it up for Mark. Yeah, is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so, there's a bit of
media. Look into
it has
FLAC
become
files.
more popular. Yeah.
Well, here's what I've been doing lately. I've been falling in love with like Cobuzz and shit like that because I can get the high-res wave files or FLAC files, whatever I want, and these are at twice the quality of CD. So these are literally the master files, right?
They're beautiful.
And this is why I laugh at this blue spec shit. And a lot of people, like, I've seen some audio files in other groups and stuff talk about them, and they're like, oh, they're great, they sound great, they sound more amazing. I was like, you do realize that they are the exact same fucking files that are on a regular CD. The only difference is the stuff that makes the CD. That part is a higher quality material. That I will give you. But these idiots who are trying to say that they sound better or that there is any way, something that trumps that right off the bat is you just go get the original files. So fuck your stupid blue spec discs.
What's blue spec for people who don't know what blue spec is? So yeah, sorry.
Okay,
yeah,
so
back
it's
it up,
this thing that started in Japan as a way of basically upselling CDs and making people think they're getting something of better quality. You kind of are, but they're nothing that special. They're not made out of anything that's much better quality than what you already.
Is it supposed to so it lasts longer? Like it lasts like 100 years or something?
Supposedly they use the same material they use for Blu-rays, like the same protective coatings and stuff like that. But I have like a couple, and they literally look identical.
Okay.
Like you cannot tell the physical difference between the two.
Files that you could just
exactly they're digital files. Yeah, you could put them on a USB and it would technically be the same fucking thing. So
it's just so that the disc is like allegedly to avoid disc rot or something like that.
Just so they're less susceptible to scratches and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like Blu-rays are a little bit better than
it's supposed to be the same quality as Blu-rays
like
as far as like.
Yeah.
But like literally, like I have some that are they look exactly this. Like you could not physically tell by touching them, smelling them, looking at them, that they're any different from the others. So I think it's a bunch of Fugazi bullshit, to be honest with you.
So, so back in 2013, I decided I was gonna make a whole cartoon collection for myself. I bought DVDs, like those big stacks of DVDs, and I was gonna create this whole like library for myself. And then, like I don't have kids, but if I did, I could pass it on to them and they could just have it. And this might never last forever and things like that. And I did that. The thing is that you don't have to do that now. You could just have a really tiny thing you could throw in your pocket that's like a SSD drive and have all those same files on it.
There's still something though to be said about having something in your hand as a physical copy that matters.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, buy digital. I'm sorry, buy real media. Like if you like Godsmack, which Godsmack is awesome. If anybody's listening, get their CD, man. That shit bumps. And have that and be proud of that because that CD is awesome.
Well, and I think a big part of it too is CDs, why it's had such an uptick in the last few years. And I'm glad you brought that up on screen because that was actually in response to somebody over on the Rumble side, and I can't respond to it here. But yeah, so last year they did have one of their biggest revenues ever for music, but the problem was with inflation, it was not that big of a year. In fact, like I believe the 60s and the 80s. And the thing with the 80s is people don't realize is the music industry was in trouble then. The thing that saved them was Michael Jackson, Prince, and Madonna, and Bruce Springsteen, basically. Like, those guys were, like, the biggest part of the new wave era that helped bring albums back into the forefront again. And then CD helped.
Right, tech and the Walkman a little before that.
All that stuff.
Oh, we love the CDs.
Snowball,
Columbia, the Columbia House, which has been really gone for many years, but finally went. Yeah, that was a kind of a joke thing. But God, when we got CDs, we're like, oh my God, this.
For me, Mark.
What would you say? Sorry, Tig, repeat.
Columbia House has a hitman looking for me. Let's not bring up that bad memory.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I mean, we were so psyched to get. I grew up in the era where cassettes were number one, right? Vinyl had kind of gone by the wayside, but some friends had vinyl, and I had some vinyl and records. But when the Walkman came out, we all went to cassette. Like the Walkman was freaking amazing, especially
cassettes
the one that
were everything.
Well, that and cassettes in cars were the other.
In
reason.
cars, yeah, exactly.
In cars, and then
put them in your.
Yeah, and then when you had the Walkman that would flip, well, you didn't have to flip it; it would keep playing the tape automatically. It would go change to auto reverse. Oh my God, you don't know how good that was when you had auto reverse.
Amazing,
and I could listen to Physical Graffiti nonstop.
Hey, but, you don't know how great auto reverse is until you got a best friend whose tape deck in his car will not let the tape eject. So you're just really, really happy that at least it turns over by itself in the middle.
Yeah,
that was pretty awesome.
I will say my favorite auto reverse tape is Peace of Mind.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Well, I think the thing is that people, and this kind of gets back to my initial point I was going to make, and that is, I think people forgot how good CDs sounded, right? Like It's kind of funny, like, you know, I was going to make a video about all this stuff with the blue spec and high-res audio and stuff. It's like, you know, by the way, most of y'all have high-res audio and you don't even know it. It's probably shoved in the back of your closet. It's called CDs, right? Like this, it was the greatest technology. And don't let people need to remember the stupid idea that some scientist or doctor, whoever it was, that come out and really fucked everybody's brains on CDs to begin with, when they're like, well, it captures music in these little steps. It's like, you do realize that that's in increments of 40,000 milliseconds, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's all digital. That's every digital. That's how it's recorded. That's how it's.
No, but they made people think like they were missing something in the digital music. It's like,
exactly,
no, you're not.
Yeah.
If anything, they're capturing it better than anything ever could before.
Oh yeah,
and no scratches, no pops.
I had the buddy who was the audiophile who did all the stuff where, you know, he ran the green marker on the edges of the CD, and he played his CD.
That's what blue spec is to me now, right?
Yeah, it is. And then he played his CD through a tube amp so he could get the warmth back. You know, it's like, oh my God.
I will totally concede if, like, you're somebody who loves the sound of the surface level, you know, the kind of like surface noise of vinyl. The warmth that it gives, and that warmth that everybody talks about in quotations is actually the RIAA curve, right?
Yes.
And what that is basically an equalization that's done through your preamp or through your amplifier, whether it's built into your system.
It's
a preamp. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's done through the preamp.
Yeah,
and
the warmth
and
is
that's
even
what
order
adds that
distortion.
No, and then there's a little bit of distortion.
The RIAA curve corrects for limitations in the album grooves.
Yes. Originally,
the warmth comes from even order distortion. It's acoustic.
Either way, well, the point is the way that a record is made, because of the way all the shit that it has to go through to be played back to get to your speakers, right?
Yeah,
that's what makes it sound like that. And to some folks, it's either because of the nostalgia or it's just because that's just the way they like to listen to it. And I understand that. Like, you know, there's certain ways, and there was an argument to be made for certain masters at certain points, and especially during, like we talked about earlier, during the loudness wars, the compression era, and all that kind of business. And we're still kind of coming out of that now, but there was an era
like
of, like, people for.
Well, I was gonna say, like, the new Beatles albums that they're releasing that sound amazing. But you've got the original, you know, mono, you've got the stereo, and then you've got the Giles Martin audio CD or DVD, I should say, which is the new mix. I love, but they're making
audio,
a lot.
The super audio CD was the 24-bit audio disc, and those actually sound phenomenal. So.
Well, and that's because they actually went back and they went to the multi-track instead of just taking the old 2-track master and just cranking up the volume or compressing the shit out of it, which is what most quote-unquote remasters were for years. And people forget and don't realize or stop to think about that the loudness wars has actually been going on since the 1940s. And this is what I was got in a discussion with about, like, with the Beatles records and certain other things with people. It's like the Beatles are like one of the only exceptions to the rule of the mono album sounding better than the stereo in most cases. And that's because I have to remind people that when stereo came along, the stereo mix was usually made for the prestigious, you know, stereos and stuff like that at home. The audio,
the
real
audiophile,
true audiophile people. The mono mixes were always compressed to shit so they could sound loud through little speakers.
Yep.
And the same thing for 45 singles, because those were made for jukeboxes that were only set at one volume.
And one speaker. You typically two, or but it was mono. But you might have had
and Motown
speakers,
was one of the worst on this, actually.
And if you guys have seen, I know Tom and some of you guys have seen the Beatles Coming to America, that original movie, and that they re-released on Disney. But the Beatles are all carrying around little, transistor radios and holding their ears, and that's what everyone was doing back then. That was the Walkman back then. Was this little transistor radio? So it was really low tech, but everyone had it. And you had one speaker. Now the funny thing is now we're getting back to one speakers with your Echo devices and all these, portable.
You are. That's the sad part. And that's where we come out of the MP3 era. And that's the whole thing. Is like we've had a whole generation of kids who've grown up listening to bitrate starved MP3s and streams. And the first time they throw in a CD, that's like when we were after listening to vinyl and records and
Pink
cassettes
Floyd
for years. And then you hear
CD.
a CD and you're like, whoa, where's the hiss? Where's the crackles? Where's the skips and the bumps? I don't get it. What if I touch it, is it going to bump? Is it going to skip?
Yeah. Well, except we did have that problem when we were at parties and we're all like dancing in
Yeah.
the room. The old
Yes.
CDs, the really old CD players.
Old CDs.
Ones,
Yes.
the first one
Well,
we
you
had
brought
in
up
the
the
80s.
disc, you brought up the
Yeah.
Walkman, and the Discman was a big invention. See, that's where the skip
Yeah.
protection came in.
That's when you bought your $10,000 turntable platform that ended in
God.
4 razor sharp spikes and spring shock
But to get
absorber
around to my
mounts.
point is, what drives me nuts is these audiophiles who will spend $10,000 on a setup just so they can get no surface noise. It's like, you do realize you could do that for $10 by buying the CD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same master now.
Well,
Like, even
they're all mastered on digital, so it's
Yeah.
not like you're going from digital to analog back.
And I hate to
digital,
break
back
even
to analog.
audiophiles' hearts. Back since the late 1970s, there's been what's called a digital delay. So guess what? I hate to break your little hearts, but every album you've listened to probably since the 1970s, unless it was made on a special machine that's actual analog to analog to analog.
Yeah, they're all digital.
They all have a digital component somewhere in the mix.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
And I got
too.
And I got news for you. The people that buy $5,000 speaker cables, I've been in recording studios. They will connect shit with paper clips, baling wire, and old phone
Yes.
cord. Like with your
They absolutely will.
The Beatles actually used a paperclip to connect this microphone.
Well,
So I don't think
it's
you
like
need
the
a
lightsaber
$5,000
noise. You know how the
speaker cable.
lightsaber noise was found is because of a broken fucking wire. Because Ben Burt was like messing around with his microphones and he was trying to fix a wire and he got it too close to the TV screen and you notice it went whoom, when he got he's like, whoa. And he did
that
it
sounds
again.
good.
Whoa, whoa, and he
that
kept
sounds
raving
great.
it around. He's like, oh, that's neat.
So here,
And we just crossed 80 people watching tonight, so thank you everyone for hanging out on Sunday Night Geekery.
Oh,
We
the
must be
Beatles, the
doing
whole-
something right now, yeah.
The beginning of what is it? Day Tripper or whatever is just because John left his guitar laying on the amp and it got feedback or whatever, and they like, whoa, what was that?
That sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Kinks sliced their speaker cones with razor blades
Yep,
to get
yep.
their.
Well, shit,
Yeah.
talk about echo chamber. The reason why it's called an echo chamber is because they literally had a little room in the basement
Yeah,
Echo, yeah.
that was set up with microphones and speakers and everything, and they that's where they did
Yeah.
it. It was
you
so
realize
fucking yeah.
that music and music and media video pirates, they are the actual media archaeologists of our day. They
Well, I'm just
preserve
saying, it's
and
like,
collect things
That's
that
true
nobody
too,
else
but, like,
has.
the point we were getting at though about how, a lot of this stuff was put together with bubblegum and tape. It's like, back in the day, like especially the Beatles and some of these other guys when
Back
they're
in the day,
experimenting.
like last month, even they'll do whatever they can to get the.
Well, nowadays a
get
lot of
their
that
money
stuff
back.
can be done on computers. That's kind of what
Yeah.
I was getting at.
Yeah.
But like, you just didn't have that ability back then. So they would just kind of search for sounds, and even like, one of the more famous ones I remember was like when Michael Jackson found the sound for the beginning of Beat It, he loved the gong. And it was on this other album that they played off this synthesizer that he heard it for the first time off this demo record. And he's like, I want that. Well, the guy went and brought in the keyboard and everything, and he brought it in. And he's like, nah, it ain't right. He's like, well, this is the actual keyboard, and that's the voice that they used. And he's like, yeah, but something don't sound right. So the guy had to go back and basically reverse engineer and figure out what they did to make it sound like that. And he figured it all out. But like, it was through a bunch of
He did
filters
get it.
and but at that time they literally had to do it like quote unquote by hand, right? You didn't have a switch or a
Yeah,
flick.
it was
You
all
just did-
analog. Yeah, it was all analog. Yeah. But
Tom,
the
really quick, I couldn't help but think of you last week. I went to the Met game, and when between in the 7th inning stretch, the stadium goes dark, and they play most, if not all, of Beat It, and the whole stadium is themed out like a disco. A Friday night in Queens, everybody was wasted, going crazy, singing along, people moonwalking. I think you would have loved it. I was like, man, Tom Connor should see this.
And the whole bump last year with the music industry and why they made so much money. Here's the thing: is you got to go look at the fine print. I guarantee you, the reason they made so much had more to do with people like Billy Joel and Bruce Springsteen and Prince and Bob Dylan and whoever else was more popular at the time. Fleetwood Mac, whoever.
Yeah. What do all of those have in common? It's the biopic comes out right after somebody buys the audio catalog, and all of a sudden their music sales spike by 300%.
And that's the only way the music
Well, I
industry
think
can
the
make money
family
now.
is
That's gets me back to my initial
Yeah.
point.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to address something Davinia Duckworth brought up in the chat. She's like, a lot of these new masters sound worse than the old ones. Absolutely.
depends.
Some of them sound really shitty. The best way to know, like most of my music is Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. It's super expensive, but
Compression.
yeah. So you definitely want to. There are websites that sort of catalog
most of the time,
all
if
of the
Mobile
masters.
Fidelity does the better, because they won't compress the shit.
Yeah. But they also do the most balance of the mixing. So
And the problem is, the compression comes in for the streaming versions, and then they usually don't pull it out for the CD versions, which sucks.
So I want to just throw this out there, and if you guys can agree, you can't agree, but so I've studied music for a long time, and I'm not trying to be a smart ass or a smart man, but so if you just like put everything aside for a second, everything with CDs and beyond CDs is digital. It's all digital. CDs are digital.
Right.
Yeah, but records were digital
from
before
CDs beyond is digital.
Yeah.
And so you're losing a lot of audio fidelity that you get from records and things like that. But CDs were the best and still hold up today. CDs are the best. If you can capture that in a digital format like FLAC and rip that to a something and keep it, that's the best way to do it, including the thick gold CDs. I don't know if you guys remember gold CDs.
Those are all red book. Those are all a red book format, though. They're all the same. There's no difference between a FLAC and a CD, except
recorded as in the highest fidelity as possible to the original recordings. And then when you start trying to stream them, is what I was trying to go.
Everything streamed
now in 90s.
Yeah,
96.
Everything streamed is compressed and crappy. So
exactly.
Everything.
So when you stream your Spotify and all that stuff, you're not listening to the original song. You're not. It's a shitty version. That's streaming anything on YouTube and all that. It's all the shittiest version you can possibly get.
It's like comparing a steelbook to a 4K stream. Like it's no
that's
contest.
What I was trying to say.
Yep. So, but
I agree.
You can download digital files that are lossless, and
the FLAC files,
a CD and a FLAC. There's no difference except FLAC is lossless compression, so it's smaller.
Record
so you can fit more in your shit.
And a record, as long as it's mastered properly, can sound as good as a CD. But overall, the digital domain, they have gone so far beyond what we can hear with the human ear. That's the whole thing with like high res audio is like,
but
it captures every last thing you could think of, even stuff we can't hear. Right?
Yeah, but
stuff your dog can hear, but we can't.
Yeah, Tom, you brought this up. The audio chain during the recording already went through digital even before CDs were invented. So it's not like you're getting a pure analog something. Yeah,
but it also goes through because what you were just saying is true. Like whenever you're listening to anything on a streaming service or watching anything on a streaming service, you're going through a multi-plane of differences. So first of all, the file that they have on hand, right? That was already compressed and compromised to be put into their system.
And, they won't let you have the real shit.
Oh, fuck no. Not unless like you're doing like what I said, like with Qobuz or whatever, where they're actually giving you the high-res audio wave files or the FLAC files, as we were mentioning before. That's a little different scenario here. There's no way you can go out and buy a high-res version of a movie and actually get to download it. Right, like that's the one thing where we have limitations, and even Apple has certain limitations on their high-res audio and situations too. Like that's why I didn't include them in the conversation yet. But
I want to acknowledge real quick, Tom. Ronnie Trickshot says he found us and just subscribed, so much appreciated, Ronnie. Glad to have you. So always love hearing that from the chat that subscribe to the channel. So thank you very much.
A lot of people have been talking about weight loss and regrowth of hair when that happens. It's not substantiated, but we've been hearing
I lost my hair since I've been listening to you, Teague.
Well, that's my fault. But I mean, you know what? On this channel, I mean, you should check. I mean, maybe a waist size or so. Like we don't know, but help us feed the data.
Can you transport the weight away? Like everyone in Star Trek should be skinny. I'm thinking because you could just transport the fat out, right? That'd be awesome. awesome.
fat and bald.
I don't know,
Teague.
but,
What
like-
happened?
I don't know, but I've been keeping some quick notes here, and I just want to say, like, thank you to Alden Ehrenreich, who came up before. It was nice to see a Han Solo movie where I walked out taller, smarter, better with women, and able to kick Han Solo's ass. That was freaking awesome. And also, can we get a Nelson Peltz media group?
Yeah, not to mention less cringy.
To finish my point from earlier, though, is how
Solo.
some things can sound better from older pressings compared to now. The main thing that I think is if it's not compressed to hell or whatever, what it is just the condition that the original master is kept in, right?
You know,
like for instance, there's the famous story of how Mobile Fidelity saved Hotel California. For those who don't know, back in the 80s when they did their remaster of it, they got the tape delivered to them and it was molded and crusted to shit. So like that's why if you throw on a record of Hotel California and it's in pristine shape, the original record probably could kick the shit out of any remaster we've heard because those tapes were in such horrible fucking condition. And that's the thing is when you're getting those earlier pressings, even though they're off a second or third generation of the tape, because that's the other thing people don't understand as well is, yeah, they're great, but are also like a second or third generation away from the master, because you really think they were running the master that many times to run those records? Fuck no. They would make like a dozen. They would make a dozen dupes, and those dupes would be used for that purpose, and they would send those dupes out to other countries and whatnot, right? So like
And
that's how that
stereo
worked.
was in 2 speakers. Stereo was 2 speakers, not 5.1, not 7.1.
But here's an example of like I just got this not too long ago. Like I think this comes from an old master tape because it sounds like shit. Because I don't know how many different versions of Elvis songs from different masters.
Yeah.
And I think this comes from like some old master 2-track from some, because it sounds.
It
like
doesn't sound. It sounds horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, compared to some, and it's not that old of a pressing. It's like 2 years old. So they must have took like some old tape or something like that. It sounds like, because I've got, I don't know how many different versions of the same songs that I've checked up against it. I'm like, they don't sound that bad. I don't know why this one does.
Yeah, or it could just be a cheap. They don't care. Let's just
And it's
throw
a
this
weird
out
cut
there.
too. And this is why I think it's off an old master tape, because like all the songs are like cut by a few seconds, or they're a different speed, or something's off by them. It's really
It's
weird.
because
or Tom, remember
7.1 or 5.1. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break it down.
But that's
and
for movies.
You can't just throw it in your car. You know what I mean? And listen to it.
Well, that's the problem Apple Music has with their Dolby Atmos mix down.
Yeah, that's all for movies, though. You listen to music in stereo. That's what it's mastered for. You only have 2 ears. All the
the
surround
Beatles
stuff
stuff was freaking amazing, but it's a mix just for that. So I agree.
Well,
but
I do like the
as a
quad and the
special
Atmos
edition.
mixes when they're done correctly. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
but like the
yeah.
initial mixes of most things were meant to be heard in stereo.
Yeah,
You're
just
not
there.
wrong.
Look at you, the Who Quadrophenia.
But my
and,
issue with like and this is why I'm not, because I got a free month of Qobuz and I got a free month of Apple, and I'd pick Qobuz over Apple because I don't like how they're mixed down for the Dolby Atmos, and I have to buy a proprietary Apple box to even hear it in Dolby Atmos.
Did you say Dobley?
Dobley, yeah, I was going to say that.
Dolby, all right? She means Dolby.
Yes,
You
in
don't
Dolby
have
Atmos.
to buy a priority.
You turn Dobley up to 11.
You don't have to. Wink, wink.
How do you get to listen to them in Dolby Atmos otherwise? Because I cannot find any other way.
I'll Twitter it to you.
If you do, because I've tried every other avenue I can think of, and no other box or transmission device or any other way of hooking up anything other than me buying like 12 different new things anyway, that I might as well just buy an Apple box and cut to through the middleman bullshit. Because I've done the research and I'm just like,
Every
this is
master,
ridiculous.
every remaster, right? I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there, right? Every remaster of like a good album, let's say like Megadeth, Symphony of Destruction, something like that. Every remaster they come out with sounds shittier and shittier to me. Like I don't know what
there
it
is
is.
something
I'm not
to that,
trying
and
to
it's
just be
because
that
of the
guy that
compression.
says that.
Well,
But-
and
There's a couple of reasons. Another is that like these speakers are completely different from the ones they conceived of mixing it for.
well, that too. Well, the dynamic range on CDs now, they don't mix them for CDs anymore. The dynamic range is mixed for fucking streaming. Like they did a study recently,
limit it.
and the first album that was ever recorded from beginning to end in complete digital was Dire Straits, Money for the Brothers in Arms,
Yeah.
one with Money for Nothing on it.
Mother Nothing,
Right.
yep.
Now
a song that is now canceled.
Well, yeah, but
They changed the
funny
words.
thing is the original album, the original CD version of it has a dynamic range count of 14, right? Now the new CD has a dynamic range count of 10. Which is strange. Now, just for just so people know, normally a CD can generally crank up to about 14 to 16 in dynamic range, and a record album about 8, a cassette about 8, right? So that's where we're at as far as a level of how much dynamic range is available to use. So, but they're not even using the amount of dynamic range anymore. It's because they're mixing all these versions now for fucking Spotify and Apple and shit, and they're not using the dynamic range like they should be, to where if anything, the new versions should, other than Dire Straits, because that should just be a straight digital basically they shouldn't have done anything to it, period. There's nothing that should be done to it, right?
Well, what was the service that was offering high res streaming for a while? Was that what guy
Amazon
was
has one.
A Tidal.
Tidal is another one, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and Amazon is actually $320, I think now. For
Actually,
streaming.
Amazon's supposed to have access to high res now too, but I have not been able to.
I gotta check my Amazon Music, but if I'm listening on crappy earbuds or semi decent earbuds, I don't mind as much that I'm streaming and portable. But when I come home and I want to put in some Pink Floyd, and I got my surround sound system going, and my kids come running down the stairs and ask me to turn my music down, and I remind them that I'm paying the mortgage and it's not their house, and they can't tell me to turn the music down, because I'm just cranking
turn it down for my parents. What makes you think I'm going to turn it down for you?
I mean, I love coming home from after school, and I had my dad's old tube stereo, which I do have still, and I got to restore it. I think it still works, but there's a kit on eBay that I can fix it, so that's another, if it needed, but that's another project. And I would love, and I blast Led Zeppelin on that thing, and he had the massive, huge, speakers that he had back in the day, and I just crank it when no one was home. And I remember years ago, I blew up my knee. I tore my ACL, and we did we had a 4th of July party. Long story short, I told my son, I'm like, Charlie, you got to go upstairs to the 3rd floor of Grandpa's attic and bring down the big, huge speakers. And he comes back down. He's like, I don't know what speakers look like. I'm like, oh, motherfucker, he's right. I have little speakers, and I'm like, my speakers are hidden in the house. And he's like, he didn't know what the speakers were. So I had to hobble upstairs at my torn ACL. I'm like, Charlie, these are speakers. They're 3-4 feet tall, because then I'd play the 1812 overture for the fireworks, for the fireworks show, because we were close enough to the town fireworks, that we could do that. He's like, oh, I've never seen speakers that big. I thought that was furniture. Then I'm like, you're carrying them down. I can barely walk. But yeah, so kids today, other than my daughters into music, my 2 sons don't own anything physical media. And of course I have, thousands and thousands of discs, CDs, records, cassettes, you name it. And they just grew up with this phone era where everything is streaming. And that's why I think you guys are right, where people listen to something in a CD and they're like, wow, this actually sounds pretty good, right? So that's the only hope. But the problem is, if it goes away, like that 2nd and 3rd generation from now, corporations don't want you to own anything, really, right? They want you to just rent everything, right? Yes. So what's going to happen? We're okay now, but maybe the next generation, but what's going to happen down the road?
I've got 2 closets full of high fidelity audio gear receivers from the 60s and 70s, a ton of speakers. None of my kids, nephews, nieces, cousins, nobody wanted that stuff. Y'all just wanted to listen to shit music on their phones. So I have a stereo store in my house.
It's the future.
I think what's going to happen, and this is kind of what I was getting at earlier, is that eventually the industry is going to find itself in a position where they're going to be like, oh, how did we make all this money in the 90s and early aughts and stuff? Yet we're not making it now. And then they're going to look into things, and they're going to realize that we turned over dollars for pennies when it came to streaming. If anything, that streaming is going to cost them. See, and that's what they don't understand.
And you're right. You're exactly right, Tom. This is what's going to have to happen is streaming, whether it's audio, whether it's, television, movies, whatever. It's going to have to collapse as a business model. And I honestly, I'll be honest with you, if they are successful, it's going to keep, you know, they're going to keep joining forces. They're going to keep sticking different, you know, services together or whatever. They might be able to pull something off. But if everyone continues to have their individual little fiefdoms that they have, we still, you know, Paramount Plus over here, and there's, you know, this over here and whatever, and there's all this media split up in all of these different places. I genuinely think that these streaming services eventually, they are going to reach a point where they are not going to be profitable anymore, and they're going to be like, well, what happened? Why did we, you know, why can't we do this? And you're right, Tom. I think where that goes after that is they go back and say, oh, well, you know, we did have this time when we could like sell people DVD sets of whole TV shows and they would buy them, and they would exchange that for money, you know,
Right.
like, and
Well, that's
that
exactly
happens,
right,
but
right?
it just depends. Cause again, I think a lot of these companies are very, very dedicated to this idea that you are never going to be able to own their, you know, their product. They are going to lock it behind a paywall, and the only way you will access it is to rent it from them in perpetuity. So, yeah.
Well, and they've tried this years and years and years, time over time after time after time, again and again and again, and eventually we win. So that's the beauty of it, and we will win.
Yeah,
because I can
so
see it happening
pirates
already.
will never go away. They will never disappear. It's always it's already there. That's the point they don't understand. Everything that they've ever produced is online already. Somebody already's downloaded it. It will always be there for us to access. And we did that on purpose because we saw this coming.
Well, it's not just that. It's also, like I had said from the start, and I said this years ago. I said none of this streaming shit makes sense. They're the underwear gnomes, right?
Mm-hmm.
They looked at Netflix. They're like, God, look at all this money we're paying Netflix, or we're making from Netflix for getting,
Right.
you know, these rights and stuff. Well, we should just be doing this ourselves. Well, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They don't realize that they're making all this money from Netflix because Netflix was the only kid on the block,
Yeah.
right? Like they were the only ones who were doing it, so they had all the
Yeah.
money to be able to do this. And they weren't
Yeah, they
producing most of
diluted
this
the
shit.
value proposition.
Exactly.
So-
They
so when-
diluted the value proposition, and also they're not producing anything that anyone wants to own anyway.
Not
Because
really.
or
most
even
of the
watch.
stuff is
Things
just
are Cobra
trash.
Kai,
Yeah. I don't even want to watch it, much less own it. Jeez.
But
Yeah,
that being
can I
said,
just say, isn't that the irony though? Like all these great things that we had, they're finite. We've lost, like we've mentioned, several apocalypses of like media. We lost a lot of early silent movies. We lost a lot of film. We lost a lot of other stuff. But this digital stuff like Disney Plus, isn't it great to know that in 100 years people will be able to watch a perfect copy of Echo?
Yeah,
No, they
yeah.
won't.
I'm so
I
so
wanna hit on
thrilled.
that.
this
that
is
it-
not going to stick around for a while. And this is the
Yeah.
rest of my point, real quick. Sorry, is
No,
they're
go ahead.
eventually going to make us. This is going to turn into cable all over again because this is what they realize. Is,
Oh, it's already almost there. Yeah.
yeah, it's already almost there. Is that the people are jumping from stream to streamer to streamer to streamer? Well, they can't have that. So they're gonna lock us into to contracts. You just wait.
Contracts.
That's good.
Yep.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's the
Yep.
next
Yeah, it'll
inevitable
be
thing.
sick. Yeah, 6 months first, and then a year, and then
Year,
you're
and
back
then
at
years.
table paying money and
Exactly.
getting ads.
Yeah.
And it's all because of them. It's because they fucked up and they had all these revenue sources. And this don't even get me started on television because television's even worse if you think about it. Because at least with movies, you had your theatrical run, you had your pay-per-view and your home video run, then you had your sale run, and then you had your network television premiere, which also was all a big nice nut chunk, plus your HBO Showtime money, all that business, all wrapped up into one. To where if it didn't matter if your movie like Supergirl didn't make any money, it was going to make its money back on all those other ancillary
Yeah.
things.
Mhm. Yep.
See, and here's the
this
other thing where I
is-
said that there was no way they were going to make any money is because when they're sitting here and I can get an entire month of HBO Max for the same price or less than I would pay for a copy of Wonder Woman on Blu-ray, how are they making any fucking money?
Yep. And Tom, I'll tell you this. I've got to head out. It's back to the
We got
grindstone
late
for
early.
me in the classroom tomorrow.
Good
but
luck.
before I head out, I was just gonna say we're gonna see this in real time very soon because the gaming industry is speed running
Yeah.
this collapse. They are speed running this in ditching physical media and locking everyone into ecosystems where you're the only thing you'll ever own is a license to a game that you can only play if you can activate it on the internet. And all they are going down this road rapidly. We're going to see Xbox, Sony, the ones that have been running this game for years.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to fail.
Desperation.
Fail.
Yes, they are. They are going to be in dire straits, losing money quarter after quarter, and they're going to ask themselves why. And we're all going to know why, and we'll be there with those answers when it happens.
We can hope so, but otherwise,
there's people that already have the game. So people already have the game. I'm not going to get into,
no, they can turn it off whenever. They can shut it down whenever they want.
Ray Rice disappeared from Madden before he was ever convicted of anything. Like hours later, when he turned on that game, it was like,
you don't own the game now.
A mandatory upload before you can play it all, and it's like, wait, what's going on? Like, and it's like all of a sudden, like you get it back. Like Ray Rice is just gone, and it was just like he hadn't done anything wrong yet. And I mean, I just had bought a 5-pack of his jerseys.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to tap out everybody.
Thank you for being here tonight, Professor R2. And you can find Professor R2 on Price of Reason Live on Tuesday night and Thursday night. The awesome co-host of that show. And once in a while, Istaphobos and I show up there, right?
We will assemble. VIP. The Night Owls assemble, and yes, we
have Mark a lot of fun there.
I started that, right?
To hang with us. Yeah.
Yep. And this is actually me as a youngin'. So look at that boombox. And I do still have this.
That's slick. I had one of those.
I still
Very
have
similar.
it. I'm going to restore
it anymore. But
that was called a ghetto blaster.
Yes.
It only has it's mono though. It's not.
Well, this is my sister got the mono one.
Stuck with the mono because sisters don't give a shit.
They don't know the difference. They can't tell.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is,
new kids on my stuff.
Okay, let's just be honest. When the speakers are only separated by 6 inches, it's still mono. Okay,
it's a suburban blaster mono. At that point. Like I feel like someone just has to be edgy and a dick and be like,
all right. Sorry, that is a suburban blaster, but still.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to check out, guys. Take care.
It's a rural blaster. Professor.
Take care, man.
And. The funny thing is, this boombox was actually in Stranger Things. Yeah. So this M9901, and it still works. The antenna broke off, so I bought a new antenna. That's one of my numerous, streaming projects. And the cassette tape, I think it's all gunked up. So either I've got to buy new belts. But someone said also try cleaning the belts first. It might work. But I'm just going to buy the belts anyway. But I might clean it. But I'm going to restore this sucker, and it still works. I had it for years in my basement. We have a basement crawl space, so I kept that in there. But first song I ever heard in this was Jay Giles' band "Angels of Centerfold," and I still remember listening to that in the kitchen when I plugged it into the kitchen. Some things are like I can close my eyes and still see that happening, and it's funny the way things work that way. And of course, as we're talking music, we've got the great Courtney here. Hey, Courtney.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you see my great hairstyle back then in the 80s?
Oh my goodness, it's amazing.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's any Star Trek toys in the background here.
Mark, you had the
boombox awesome.
What's her name from fucking The Last of Us haircut?
Oh yeah, looking good there. Yeah,
what I think is funny is you got the stereo, then little sis has got the one speaker mono stereo, and then what does little sis got?
What did Nicole? What did Jackie get?
She's holding up something, but I can't see.
Well, you know what she got? I don't know if it was this year, but they're actually kind of valuable now. It was one of those little Barbie colored boom boxes, like a pink plastic one with 2 speakers. And I think they're actually worth something these days, right? So I just while we were talking, we did have an actual fireplace.
To the right, is that the box for that?
Yeah.
Well, the box is right here I don't know if she got it that year, but
we
found.
Yeah, I might have had that exact same one. The Sanya.
This boombox
Barbie one.
Yeah,
I had the Barbie one. Unfortunately, my dad refused to get it for me, and he made me get the one Mark has. Mark, is that the flash washing it out, or is it white?
It was pink,
wait,
but it sounded great.
say again, Teague. The what?
I said, is that the Flash washing it out? Or Tom, it did sound
That's a
great.
Flash. It's
especially
silver.
for
It's
Pat
silver. It's silver.
Benatar,
Yeah.
You know, I love listening to Pat Benatar on my after having a snack from my Holly Hobby oven.
I think I had like a Snoopy record player or something like that.
I had one of them.
I might have had that too. They made
All right,
a lot of those.
I don't know. It looks a little white supremacist. You're
I'm gonna-
there. You know?
I'm
Bought
gonna
the
leave.
white one because the volume has more power. You know what? Someone's gonna clip that.
You know,
I'm
I
gonna-
had as a kid, and it probably sounded like shit now, but it was one of the coolest suitcase fucking record player things I ever
Fisher
had in my
Price
life.
one?
No, it was actually like my parents had picked it up at like a rummage sale.
The close and play.
What was it?
No, it was like a full on like
I know what you're talking about.
pop down like this, and it was like in a nice faux leather kind of thing, and the speakers would come out like this. And it was like this whole little setup, and then the record player like said to fall down.
Yeah, I remember those. Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go down to the basement, grab this boombox, and I'll be right back. And the
Jesus.
stream is in able hands, so
That's
I'll mute myself.
funny. You know,
I'll be right back.
I also had an actual fireplace as a child. I'm reading the chat. An actual fireplace. They existed.
Okay, it's the
I just
Phobos. It's
can't-
time for you to do a face reveal. Ready, set.
Huh?
You know, I just want to see the time hop on the
No.
on the rural blaster.
No, I thought everybody was doing their face reveal there for a minute. So.
I don't have a camera.
This isn't my face. I carved it off a dead homeless guy on the subway. I'm actually black. I look exactly
That's what
like
happens in
Will.
New York, you know.
Yeah. Tom, was yours a Westinghouse? Because I remember those where they
I
had
might have been. I don't
pretty
remember.
substantive suitcase. You know, when you were talking about all the consolidation of media, this all started with radio stations and fucking Bill Clinton.
Yep.
His 1996 Telecommunications Act.
Yep. Yeah, I was
He
talking.
killed radio. Once
all
radio
about that.
died, music started to follow. Then the music industry, and now we
I
get nothing
learned
but
that
shit.
in movie Working Girl.
What?
So
I remember
also
that.
we used to do recording, people call it pirating, whatever, way back in the day, where you could tape over your tapes for your tape cassettes and you record songs off the radio. And
Yeah,
then
that
you
wasn't
could rent
pirating,
movies
though.
on VHS.
I always did that.
Yeah, that's you could. I'm talking about like, recording. You had 2 VCRs, and you could do recording.
Yeah, it was. They had
so we-
macrovision to stop you, but it wasn't lossless, so they really weren't worried about it. They got their taxes from the cassette tape media, and they were happy.
Wait. So you're
I
saying
used to write music that way, like a dual cassette player.
Are you telling me that
You layered it
the
too.
VCR to VCR recording wasn't lossless?
No, not even close.
Let me see. I'm gonna.
You actually on every video blank cassette you paid, and every audio cassette you paid a tax that went to the record company that assumed a certain amount of copying was going on. You were actually paying for that, whether you did it or not.
Equa, you're funny.
I should sue on that one. I never taped anything or got any laws, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
really, it was full law. It was very
here.
lawful, and if you see it now,
Yeah,
it looks like
composite
it's
RCA
filmed
to
through
RCA is lossless.
What?
It looked like it was
RCA to
filmed through.
RCA is lossless.
No,
It
it's
always looked like
not.
it was
It's
fil- it
analog.
always-
It can't
it
possibly
always-
be lossless.
It looked like it was filmed through a dirty
Because it's
fish
from a
tank. after you
VHS
did
tape
that.
from RCA output to RCA input.
Yeah, that's an analog signal to another analog tape.
I was going to say, yeah, the signal
not-
might be lossless, but the tape recording you're making.
Yeah. Your signal path is lossless, but your recording isn't lossless.
I mean, hey, I'm just Googling. So,
You
I
know
know,
what?
because
like,
I-
that's not the complete
yeah.
answer. Like when you see it, it looks like it's filmed through a dirty fish tank. It's really
yeah.
and the sound it was terrible.
Listen, I have plenty of 4th generation movies that I got from other. It's definitely lossy because you could barely see what's going on by that point.
you're looking at this. Looks slow, Okay. I'll just concede. I'll just concede.
Well, I mean, the whole point of like, when you dub a tape and then you dub a dub of a dub and then you dub that dub and how bad it looks.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the point I use. Like I love analog just as much as the next guy, but unless I can get my hands on a, first generation or whatever, it's like I might as well just go with the digital source because you're not getting that purity that you think you are. That's why I hate when they'll take and they'll do a 4K release of a film and they don't scan the negative. It's like, what the fuck is the
they're
point?
just upscaling. I have a fourth generation. My first copy of Behind the Green Door was a dub of a dub of a dub. Like you could barely see anything. Like,
Behind the Green what? I've never heard of that movie.
it's an old 70s classic.
It's a classy art film, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
it was sold that way. They showed it.
Oh
in
my God,
regular
that thing
movie
looks
theaters.
so cheap now.
Okay,
Oh
no,
my
I think
God.
Mark is a big care of
Mine was-
shit though. Look at that. That's a great time hop. Did you clean out all the little speaker grills with like a Q-tip? I mean, it's perfect. There's no dust.
I
at all.
keep my shit in good shape.
Yeah, mine was a
That thing's
Panasonic.
amazing.
It was I think it was
Mark was put
Now-
in charge of freezing AOC's sperm. He's so
Oh,
good.
look at those
AOC's
The
eggs. he's
antenna's
so good at.
broken.
Look at
As
those
I just said.
Oh
buttons.
no.
Look at those
And the
big ass
button's missing.
chunky buttons on top. That's crazy.
So
I have to read
before,
a 3D
before Mark
print.
gets started here, I just wanted to say that there's people online that are converting their digital to VHS because they say it looks better.
I don't know.
Do you
about
know that they
Yeah,
are selling
yeah.
VHS tapes at Spencer's in the mall now?
Yeah.
I couldn't
There-
believe it.
Yeah. There are also people online that are sending $1 million to a woman who killed her 3 kids because they think she's a feminist
Exactly.
icon. So I wouldn't really trust
What
what's
album is
happening
this?
online.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
just
20
saying
Years
that-
of Jethro Tull. Great album, by the way. Yep.
The flute should not be in rock music.
Yeah, I'm on
Well,
the
let's-
fence with Jethro Tull. They've got a few songs, but every once in a while you just want to tear your hair out. And Iron Maiden did them better.
Hey, I still have an 8-track tape collection, okay?
So this on this radio or boombox, tape radio, low high.
I wonder how much one
Tone.
of those goes for now.
The price went up, I think, because of Stranger Things. And
Probably.
you could change left and right, like as R2 was saying, what's the difference? You could change
Is that
the
a car
there's the
stereo?
balance.
Ooh, it has
control.
balance. That's actually pretty
There's balance
fancy.
built into the knob. So the
Yeah,
top
all
knob
the-
is the left speaker, the bottom knob is the right speaker.
He just
And
went outside and took that from his friend's car stereo.
yeah, there's not much else on. And is there? Oh, there's a headphone jack and AC/DC. You can do AC/DC switch. So that's a very simple boombox. But listen to this. This is my music system for years. Yeah. So
But
and Hale, we
didn't
just hit 100. We just hit 101 viewers. So thank you.
Wow.
Oh, cool. Is that headphone jack? Did it work also for a microphone, or could you just record your voice? into
He
No.
had the microphone on the outside there. It's right above the speaker, I think.
Yeah. See the.
it? So you could just talk.
Actually,
right,
it looks
and
like it's
record it?
stereo recording because it looks like you have two mics
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
that's
So you do have
cool.
record.
Batteries.
Mine didn't
Yeah,
have
people,
to.
wait, that was like a thing that they lost. Like a lot of the earlier boom boxes, when they had the built-in mics, they had the 2 mics so it could record in stereo, and then they quit
Wait,
doing that.
Are those microphones or tweeters? I
No,
thought
those are
were
microphones.
tweeters.
I guarantee
Okay.
you, those are
Yeah.
microphones.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, someone can
This was
Google the
before
model number of this
tweeters
boombox
were on
is
anything.
M.
Yeah.
It's a Sanyo M9901. So someone
Yeah.
in the chat could Google it.
Yeah,
And
send that to
pick up
Bend,
the spec,
Oregon,
yeah.
to Headcase.
Yeah, you could always send your Mr. Microphone to an audio to a radio station too, and play it through that
Yeah.
thing as well. Hey, babe, we'll be back to pick you up later.
So there's the back end, but yeah, I got that's one of my. I bought the antenna, and I didn't buy the belts were kind of expensive, so I didn't buy the belts. I was gonna open it up, clean it up, and see if that worked, and then buy the belts were like $30.
But
So
put it on your
not
shoulder,
that
Mark.
expensive.
You got to put it on your shoulder like you're walking down.
Yeah.
the
Oh wait,
avenue.
Mark, what's
Come
the
on,
model
bro.
again?
Yeah, give us-
I got that
Come
wrong.
on, bro.
It's
Yeah.
M9901.
He looks like he
01.
hasn't done that before.
Yeah, I didn't walk around with the boombox
There
listening to
you
Jeff
go.
McCall like this. Yeah, yeah.
The M9909, the M99 through the M9909 were not completely successful, Kirk.
Oh, let's turn it on. Let's see.
Yeah,
I
let's
would
play
not
some
do
music.
on DMT.
You got a tape or something to put in there, bro?
Oh, I have a tape in there. Yeah, the tape's not working now.
The question
I
is,
can't
are
even
we
find one
allowed
for
to
sale
play
right now,
it,
but you know how much just a button for it goes for? $29.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep,
Let's
it
see.
had a
Just play the
built-in
radio,
twin-
bro. Play the radio.
built-in stereo condenser.
Oh, no, it's not.
There we go.
Made in Singapore.
Let me go FM here. Of course, the
Honestly,
FM
I've always
the
thought
antenna's
boombox-
not connected yet.
Sorry, I always thought
Just
boomboxes
need
like
to
that.
grab
were-
a coat hanger, solves a bunch of problems.
Yeah, I'll go AM.
Gotta
I
love
listen
that
to that
FM
all night
grind.
next calming.
Yeah. I think
Now
880.
It's about
bad
to
you can't get, like,
transform into a
Art Bell
small
coast to coast.
robot. It's
Yeah,
going to transform into a small robot and attack Mark and really make the stream.
Yeah.
I still have
All right,
my
well, I don't want to.
NOAA crank radio for weather emergencies. That you
Oh,
crank it
wow.
up, and it sounds just like that.
Is that on AM or
Is it-
FM?
That was AM because the antenna's busted. But I apologize for that. Oh, and I got to catch up to the chat here. I apologize, everyone. Thank you, everyone who's been hanging out with us. Got to catch up to the chat here, but yeah, it's fun to have these kind of projects and do these kind of things. So here's as I catch up, show you some of the stereo gear. Let's see. So that's my brother-in-law's old video editing setup from probably the 90s. Yep.
Wow.
I think that's one of my Onkyo stereos. I just went through Google Photos, said you give me stereos. So this is my upgrade boombox. Now this, God, I love this boombox. Yep. So this was a
That is a ghetto
Sansui.
blaster.
Yeah,
It's so
that,
much bigger that Tom, it's black, of course.
that thing. This was awesome, but the equalizer on this.
Because it's black.
Now, unfortunately, when the Red Sox beat the Mets in the World Series, my roommate started trashing the room, and it got some
Other
trash
way
on this
around.
boombox.
Other way around.
What do you mean? What? I
You
said the
Red
Mets.
Sox beat the Mets.
Oh, the Mets beat the Red Sox. Yeah. Oh, and thank you, Mecca J, for the 30 joules. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Really quick, our co-panelists on Saving Star Trek, his name, Sean Carter. He's actually Gary Carter's cousin.
For sure. Yeah, which is amazing, right? Yeah, yeah.
It's always amazing to get some of those Mets stories from him and hear about on the most interesting baseball team of the last 100 years, the 1986 Mets.
And now this was my amazing setup here. Look at this, the beautiful picture on this TV here. We've got a dot matrix printer. We've got and this is connected to my color computer. And that was the cassette recorder to record your programs on the Radio Shack color computer. But
What are you watching that looks so provocative?
it looks like, hey, could that be?
I bet you it's Planet of the
Gargoyles?
Apes.
Planet of the Apes, maybe, or something there. Yeah.
That looks pretty
Right?
naughty. I'm just
No, there's
Yeah, well,
water
was
there.
it-
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too naughty. Yeah. Yeah, it's a classic, an old
there you
Onkyo.
go.
Yeah, THX. Yeah. And look at this was the speakers from my mom's Vega. And God, that was the first car that we had that had a cassette player in it in the early '80s. So you could actually put a cassette. Like it was just like unbelievable. You could choose your own music in your car. You were like, wow. I think that's just one of our vans or something. Yep. Where the heck is that? I just grabbed. That's my buddy Rob's. He was putting in a really good stereo. This is my dad's first vacuum tube radio that he made. I got the power supply went, so I got to change out the power supply. But it was still. I turned it on. It was working. I think it's just AM. I think it's AM. But he built this as a kit back in the day in the 50s and 60s. You'd buy kits, vacuum tube kits, and you put them together, and that was like a novelty, right? To be able to make your own radio.
That's what J.J. Abrams' grandfather did for a living. Is that a Kelvin radio construction kit? It's from the New York area. We could have broadcasting history right here. The genius who gave us Rise of Skywalker.
So this is RCA on the knob, but who knows? I don't know what it's obviously some kind of
He
kit,
bought
right?
third-party parts to make his kits. He didn't make his own parts.
Yeah. So this is a kit. So I don't know. Can't ask that.
I'm gonna call it a J.J. Abrams Kelvinator kit.
Yeah.
Come on. We have some movie making Star Trek.
Is that why he called it the Kelvin Enterprise?
Yes, and that's why there's the Kelvin Ridge in Star Wars, and it's in every single movie.
Yeah.
He has a little bit of OCD about pretty much everything, that JJ.
Yeah, except actually finishing a fucking story.
He has OCD about writing beginnings. Come on.
So remember when you had a cable box? I mean, I guess some people still do. That had the DVR in it. Yeah, it's Scientific Atlanta. Yeah. This is my stereo setup, and that's my Oppo Blu-ray player. Thank God I got that. That's one of my most prized possessions these days.
Yeah, no. They'll still make those. Oppo is a Chinese company. They're always going to make players, and they'll make them without HDCP, and they'll make them without the encryption.
My cable box now is just a milk crate full of unidentifiable cables. Does anyone have that kind of cable box? Am I the only one?
No.
What are you talking about?
I now have a cable box, but my cable box is just a milk crate full of like coaxial.
Yeah. I've all the old cables.
I have a milk crate filled with cables. I have a cable box, but it can show me TV, but it's not a cable box.
Yeah, I have about 17 of those. A lot of them are just little transformer wall warts with the cable wrapped around them. I have several milk crates full of nothing but power supplies and cables. It's just all hanging out in the ground.
Right. I thought you meant cable boxes. I'm like, Lighthouse has people out to Bright House has people out looking for us to Phobos.
I also have the cable box where you run all your cables into a box and close it. It goes in one end out to try to neaten it, make it look neat and clean. I have those kind of cable boxes too.
I bet TiVo's feeling pretty stupid right about now.
They knew their time was coming. They saw the writing on the wall. They're like BlackBerry and Nokia.
Yeah, and TiVo had a great interface, and I actually had one of the TiVos. Oh, and thank you, Crazy Cat Guy, for posting that link or the model number. Now this was the Cablevision had their their boxes, and this was like an add-on hard drive that you could get to get even more DVR space. But I actually had the TiVo that could actually burn DVDs, which is unbelievable. So you actually had you could record to the hard drive on TiVo, and it had a DVD burner in it, which was amazing.
Yeah,
so I have a bunch
the
of
movie
those.
companies effing loved that one, right?
Yeah, they got rid of that pretty quick. And hail to the great Dad Man. And when Dad Man is here, we always play Dad Man fervently emoting here. So hail to Dad Man.
Never that way.
God damn it, Mark. Jeez.
God damn it, Mark. My question is real quick. Do people who watch Tropic Thunder now have to like grab their phone and like Grok or Google like what's a TiVo? Like what is this thing that is the plot device of the movie?
Yeah. I think people that are Googling Tropic Thunder right now are probably Googling more things than that.
Mark, questions. Mark, you're making me anxious. You do have a fan in the back of that cabinet, don't you?
No fan. No, I just have air conditioning. The house is always air conditioned. Well, I did have fans at one. I cut open the back.
Okay, that's what I mean. So otherwise that receiver is going to cook.
Mark,
other ones I did have fans behind there in the old days, and then I just cut open the cabinet.
Yeah.
Oh, and anyone remember the Ouya player that flopped? How do you say that? Uma, or what?
I remember the publicity campaign. I don't remember what the hell they did.
It was a video game console, like this little Android console, and it was a Kickstarter that did really well, and then it totally flopped.
I still have two boxy boxes. Does anybody remember those?
What's a boxy box?
It was a hardware media player, which was this black cube about 8 inches on the side, but then with one of the corners cut off, so it sort of sat oblong. It was one of the first basically hardware media players running on a
interesting,
modified Xbox Media Center interface.
I
It's
had a
basically home theater PC.
WDTV. You remember those WDTV? Is the Phobos?
Yeah. Those came after. Those are basically like poor man's boxies. But
Yeah, okay.
the thing is, the
Yes.
boxies
Like,
phone
geez,
home, and when the
way to shame me.
when the company no, I have like 4 WDTV models too. The thing is, they still work. The Boxies don't, because it had to phone home to its server, and when Boxy went out of business, you couldn't even turn on your box anymore because it couldn't find the server.
Couldn't find it, right? Yeah.
But the first WDTVs were the best. Every time they did an upgrade model, it got a little bit worse. It dropped a little more of the flexible outputs. The first ones were really, really cool.
And then here's the back, so you can I cut out the wood back, and then here's the joy of the joy of wiring. Well, yeah, because I wired the whole house for the stereo, so I can go into any room in the house and play the stereo. Of course, now you can just buy an Echo and just say play Jethro Tull with your mono speaker. But and I have it going outside to the patio in the back. I have speakers set up, and HDMI runs out to the back of the house.
Yeah, that's actually very neat cable management. I can't even see daylight through all mine in the back.
Yeah, so there's Professor R2 right here. Yeah. Look at all the physical media here. Look at that. These are boxes of all physical media. Yeah.
Every flat surface has fucking toys on it. Like, do you even have a place to put groceries?
What kind of guitar is that?
This is the Rockstar guitar kit. Remember when they had that for the Xbox, and you could hook? And I started to learn to play guitar with it. It was a really nice system. And then you hook it up to the Xbox, and so it was like a very basic guitar. But I was actually getting, I wouldn't say good, but I was getting like I could play like a Ramones song.
Yeah,
and then you know what?
Oh,
they made millions of dollars off that. That's subjectively good guitar playing.
Does your wife have special glasses that just blacks out all of the extraneous shit all over the house so she can walk around?
It's worse now, and because I have a whole shelf here that I put in, the IKEA cubes, and she's like this. She said the room makes her nervous when she sits in this room because there's so much stuff in there. But she puts up with me.
Mark has moved to the pool house, is what it is.
Yeah. And this was my Rush Limbaugh radio for many years. This great GE AM radio, nice, loud single speaker. There it was nice.
That's how he was meant to be listened to. He had a good shouting voice for that kind of a system. He really did.
Yep. And Crazy Cat Guy's headed out. Great, thank you for being here, Crazy Cat Guy, and catch you soon. Yep.
It's
and here's the first Walkman. And this is in a museum in New York, I think. They did a display.
I thought this was your house. I was going to say, instead of a welcome mat, you have a sign that says the Museum of Not Throwing Shit Away.
Yeah, this is New York Museum. Yeah. Yeah, what museum? I can't remember what museum this was in, but they had
Metropolitan Museum of Subway Crime. It was like
Metropolitan Museum of Art. Yeah.
More people were robbed the first year of the Walkman than the previous 5 combined.
What a great design that is.
When iPods became popular, those things, I would hear like people would they'd be walking down the street in New York and somebody would run up and yank their iPod right off the cable and run away.
The ones that could, that's why they're starting encoding them and stuff. Yeah. Now with your phone and stuff, there's no point stealing your earbuds or your phone. But for a while, what you said was a big deal. Yeah. iPod. Yeah.
Weren't people doing that? Weren't people doing that with Cabbage Patch Kids in the 80s?
Oh my God, Cabbage Patch Kids.
I am not permitted to comment on that pending the papers I signed.
This is a JVC 200 CD jukebox. I don't think you could play movies to this one. So I had
a
200...
Pioneer 100 disc one. You guys remember those? And it had a LED display like he's trying to show us there. And you could pre-program each CD and like write your name into the CD.
Yeah, no, it has all the names on the CD. Yeah,
and then when you fucked up one, it was fucking up all the rest of them.
And hi, Jamie. Yeah, no, this would and it remembers all the CDs, but I had all my Star Wars CDs in there, so you put it on random, and my wife would always get pissed when Star Wars would come on the Star Wars soundtrack. So, but this is great. Yeah, I mean, this is an old. You think of it, the tech to have a jukebox with 200 CDs, and I left all the CDs in there. They're still in there, so I've ripped them all. But when you rip those too, back in the day too, you ripped them at like, what was the lower bit rate, like 96K or 120, and then you'd go back and do them 320.
No, you could do 96, but usually 128 was the minimum. But I never downloaded anything lower
like
than
years ago.
And
I'm talking
I never
30 years ago.
I never bought into the MP3. I was using FLAC since the 90s.
Wow, I didn't have the space for that.
Yeah, me too.
No. Well, so these are my dad's Sherwood receiver, and this is the radio. That's the radio. So this is a stereo, and then this is the amp. So I got to restore. I've got to plug it. It might still work, and if not, I've got to. That was what I was telling you guys about. I'd crank Led Zeppelin on this.
I guess 11? I didn't need space. I used a hacked University of California Linux server that we used as our repository and storage. Allegedly.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of the stuff you may have downloaded originated on university servers and hidden directories.
Right. Yeah. That's where it was coming from. Yeah. So I got to clean these guys up.
On this comment, as a resident of Jamaica, Queens, growing up, you know what? I have heard some ghetto blasters that would have made Captain Kirk and Spock just pull out that phaser. They were so loud.
Oh, and I was going to comment on RG's thing about the sneakers in the 90s, people stealing them. That was what it made all the public schools in Philly turn to uniforms because little kids were shooting each other for their sneakers. It's crazy.
Ouch. Yeah. So here's the vacuum tubes for you youngins who've never seen a vacuum tube before. That's in the back of this. I think this is the receiver. Is it the stereo or is that
it's like trying to get radio with stone knives and bear skins.
Bear skins. Yeah. AM, MX, and aux. And these stereos, I found them on eBay. They're pretty pricey. So I told the kids, I said, don't throw anything out. If I croak, just check on eBay. Take a picture and check eBay because you don't want to sell something or throw something out. Especially
those are all amp tubes. Where are your preamp tubes?
This is. Oh, okay. Well, there's two separate units. Yeah.
Duh. I still have a box full of Telefunken vacuum tubes.
There you go.
For my Valve headphone amps.
Nice. Yeah. So this is all the selections. Yeah, look at that aux TV. I remember going to someone's house and bringing my boombox back in the day and hooking up to their VCR. And we're watching a movie, and the audio was always really important to me. Yeah, and they're like, I didn't know you could do that. Like the movie sounds so awesome.
I'm sure it sounds great, and I love old tube stuff, but I'm not a fan of the beige. I have to say,
it wasn't beige when you bought it, right? This is white that's kind of aged out.
No, some of them came as beige new. This doesn't look like it's yellowed. This looks like native beige.
I have a hi-fi from about 1958 from my grandmother's house, sitting about 10 feet away. So
that's cool. Hi, Polly.
It kind of works. The radio signal fades. It has volume for like a minute and then just fades away.
So this is the tuner here. Heavy. These suckers are heavy. I mean, if this fell out the window, it's taking someone out, right? So, really, really heavy duty stuff. So, but someone on eBay is selling the kit to restore these. If you were, once I plug them in and see what's happening and test them, you can buy.
I checked that fuse right away on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm going to test the fuse first to make sure the fuse is well, it's a good fuse. I'll test the fuse and maybe it'll blow. Oh, what's there? Is that Annie? Oh, that's Annie doll. Yeah.
Mark, do you still have these things?
By the way, as far
oh
as
yeah, I just took these pictures a few months ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Are
Yeah,
you a
this is
hoarder, bro?
symbolic.
I'm trying to help you out.
This is symbolic. All of his wife's boxes with all the craft shits on bottom, weighed down by heavy stereo equipment, suppressing it, oppressing it.
This is actually Grandma's attic. So this is Grandma's attic. So we were going through some of the stuff and checking the stuff. So that's the stereo that was there. Yeah.
I thought I never threw shit away. Jesus.
Well, we just respond quick to Cable Divine. Let's remember, people being shot for the Oakland Raiders jackets when they moved back to LA. Let's remember, they were being shot by other LA fans when they were in LA. The famous stabbing in the stadium in the middle of a Monday Night Football game.
Yeah, they were always going to get shot or stabbed by somebody. It wasn't like
they have jails in the
Hey,
stadium.
Paulie, how you doing?
Hey, Paulie's here and he's telling us all to go to bed. And Paulie is correct. Yeah, it is.
Probably
It's 2 a.m. Yeah, I got to get to bed soon. We're having a lot of fun tonight. We have 100 people watching, so it's tough to go to bed. But yeah, this is the
that
ancient.
over on the vertical side, because I'm watching the landscape side. I'm seeing like a little over 30.
Well, I'm combining with Twitter and everything else. You know, we like to round up here and Marc D with
We're
the
not
C
finding out Mark on how many people they're watching.
You know, and Paulie
No,
has
I was actually wondering if
tomorrow.
it's like on Rumble and X2. That's kind of why I was asking.
Yeah. But,
Admiral,
no, I appreciate
out of
anyone
the
who's
thousands
watching
of
with us
people that
tonight.
watch your stream, we don't take down the numbers.
Paulie has
What
a
was
great
the-
stream tomorrow at
Yes. Yeah, we
2
got to mention
o'clock
that.
Eastern,
Actually,
I believe.
no, the view count just changed a little while ago. Isn't it the 24th? Isn't that the day? It's Monday now.
It's Monday,
every
yeah.
view counts from the first frame watched. From here on in, the rules changed a couple of minutes ago. Well,
Oh,
2
that's
hours
right.
ago.
Yeah.
hopefully
And everyone's sub to the
grandmother
Latino
in.
slant. And so, Courtney, tell us what Paulie has coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow, it's 11 o'clock Pacific, at 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Eastern time. And he has Lou Diamond Phillips on live. He's going to be interviewing him. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
And if you're a channel member, you can actually get. I've got to come up with a good question.
I'm a
If you're a channel member,
I
you
question.
can come on. So everyone become a channel member to the Latino Slant if you want to come on and ask a question. Lou
I
Diamond
already
Phillips,
asked him
amazing
if
actor.
people that have
Don't
5+ years take
Don't,
precedence.
don't ask him what it was like to have his wife leave him for Melissa Etheridge.
Yeah, I was thinking that exact fucking same thing. dude.
Leave that question out.
Yeah, we could avoid the question like that.
I'm
yes.
not asking
Yeah.
him that.
Ask him about
And Tom will be on. Tom is going to be on tomorrow too with at that stream.
Yeah.
Correct, Tom?
Ask him about the
Yeah, I
big
just
hit.
watched this
That
new
was
movie.
a funny movie with Marky Mark.
I found this in Grandma's basement. The Ballad of the Green Berets. Hello, Vietnam. What
Ballad of the
we are
Green
fighting for.
Berets.
Yeah,
Oh,
and other country ballads. Yeah.
Oh, that's one of those ripoff albums.
Right.
Sung by
I guess.
the Deputies. Yeah. So it's
Yeah, yeah.
Mark, you must have a huge house. Like how the
No,
fuck
it's just
do you have
cramped
all
stuff.
this
Yeah,
stuff?
and he
Mark-
also has a warehouse in the motorcycle.
Mark needs
shop,
to leave
so
this shit to me, or I need to just come over there and start a store by Mark
He's
or
just-
something.
He's got extra space.
Especially with the use of
All
the
my
word song
shit.
for that
I've got
particular
so
song.
much shit.
And if Paulie didn't see this picture of me earlier, I don't know how long Paulie's been watching, but there's me, and then that's the boom box, and then here is let me switch my camera here.
I can show you all my shit in 5 minutes.
So I still have this. I still have this boom box. I'm being big in myself, even though I'm trying to downsize. But yeah, here's the boom box again. Yeah, still have it, and it still works. Yep. So let me share what Tom has got.
Well, this is just
shared
the
on the-
intro I made for tomorrow, since it's only going to get used.
Oh,
once.
okay. Yep. Let me get back here. Let me add the stage. Yep. I got to remove these photos here. Did it go? Add the stage. Yep. Oop. There we go.
Yeah,
All right.
well, my mom says it means I was sent for something really special. I'm gonna be a star.
Love that movie.
Because stars don't fall out of the sky, do they?
Tom.
We're gonna kick some ass.
Nice. Yep. Way to go. Yeah.
Way to go. Look at how many huge roles he had.
I didn't
A
even
lot
get
of
him
it.
in there, man. That was just a few of them. His new movie's actually pretty good too.
What's the new
So
one?
yeah, everyone.
It's called Gangland.
Oh, okay.
So everyone, make sure to head on over to Latino Slant tomorrow and catch Paulie and Tom, and maybe I'll get in to ask a question too. We'll see if I can come up with a good one. I was telling Paulie, I'm like, I'd be so freaking nervous. I shouldn't be nervous, but
might lie with Young Guns, right? Isn't there rumors of another one of those? His character might be alive,
Yeah,
right?
they're not going to be young, but you know.
No, I mean the title will be ironic, like when we see the kids in the hall, but like it might be better than what we get from them.
Well,
now,
from what I gathered, from what I heard about the script, it's actually about the old guard training a new group of young kids
Oh,
in a
okay.
way, like kind of thing. So, like, as far as I know, I guess both Keither Sutherland and Lou Diamond Phillips have all been approached. So, yeah.
What about Emilio?
Emilio's he's like the producer of it. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's like
I was because I said that you could do it. You could do a sequel story with those characters, but with no
they were
Emilio,
supposed to be
it's not
shooting
Young
it down in like I can't remember where it was, New Mexico or Arizona, because they did like a big old press conference about it too. Like, yeah,
the set of
But
Rust.
I'll be sure to ask him about it.
Yeah, Tom, do not ask him about that episode of the new Quantum Leap he was on.
Ask him about
Don't bring that
Imagine
up.
Dragons. That might be a fun memory.
Hold on.
so I was
Mark,
at-
did you say Five Below run?
I just said I went to Five Below today, so we went to get a
I
new.
go to Five Below like once a week.
Awesome. So I was there. We
Say,
had to
don't
buy
you
a new
usually
dish.
call us from Five Below?
Yeah, or another store. Yeah.
Yeah, you're always at some kind of shopping thing.
Yeah. But I got stuck. We had to buy a new dishwasher today because our 25-year-old dishwasher gave up the ghost. So like, and it would only go
Oh, I
down to
want
like
that
you know.
Halloween 2 King ring. Oh my god!
Did you keep it and now you have like 35 dishwashers?
That is pretty
like,
cool.
Not that one, but the other
Yeah.
one, the pumpkin.
All
The
right,
pumpkin-
guys, I got to get
Like the
out of
pumpkin
here,
one,
so
yeah.
I'm just gonna.
that's cool.
I'm gonna drop out. You guys have
Later,
a good
bro.
night.
Take care, Ista. Yep.
Good to see
As
you.
I'm waving goodbye and my camera's off, but everyone
Mark,
check
I'm
out this the Phobos channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll put my new video link in the chat. Please go watch it. Everybody have a great night and have a good week.
And you're missing out on foodery too, so you're gonna get to bed
Oh.
skinny.
No, I always do that on purpose because I can't get hungry at 3 a.m. So, oops, language. Sorry, Sean. All right, I'll catch up with you guys during the week. Cheers.
Take care. Yep. Take care. Yep.
I was gonna say I was just imagining you, coming home from the two towers and being like, "Damn, they put in my new dryer. Amazing. It's gonna last me."
Yeah.
Oh, it's like dishwasher. My new dishwasher.
Dishwasher.
This will be cleaning my dishes forever.
Yeah. So
Well,
the thing
I
that
thought
I had to
have a
put in,
wrench.
it would. Oh, I got to give you a wrench. We'll say hi in the chat, and I'll give you a wrench. Yep.
Okay.
It won't cost you anything.
So I can self promote. This is all selfish, people. Mark is
No,
a generous
come on,
friend.
Oh God.
I'll also
come on.
promise to be a good wrench and thank people and stuff.
Yes, here we go. Let's see. Oh, hide user on this channel. Oh no, wait, no, remove. No,
Yeah,
just
that's
kidding.
probably the
Just
safest
kidding.
option, to be
Just
honest.
kidding,
But you know
just
what?
kidding, just kidding.
I'll be in good company.
There we go.
Outsider.
And
Thank you.
so this is a Five Below run, yeah. And typically I see stuff that's cool, and I didn't buy it. But that Halloween 2, yeah, that is a cool keychain. That is.
Come
That's
on,
pretty
Mark.
good.
You know you bought something.
I did buy
Are
something,
you
but
kidding? You
not
bought
that.
one of each of those.
Yeah, do nugs, not drugs.
Ever was
Well,
in,
good drugs are
the town
nugs.
my high school was in when I was in high school. It was like the coolest thing when they opened.
Speaking of Courtney, you've been shopping recently?
Not tonight. Not tonight. Tonight I have not been.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks, so like you've been shopping.
I was just at Five Below 2 days ago. I was at Walmart today, and they had a lot of good action figures. I was kind of surprised, and I was also completely shocked that I still can't believe they charge like $30-something for records now.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
the norm. That's why I like to
we
look for
we
their
just
clearance,
got
or I
done
buy
with
all
that.
used. Yeah.
we went a big rant
Yeah, you
about
missed that
physical
tangent.
media, and you know what? If you see an album that you really like when you're doing that, you probably should pick it up. Honestly,
The one good one good like streaming media upgrade I got, it still didn't save the movie, was Kingdom of Heaven. I bought because it was such a great medieval action movie. Like the acting, after a while, you realize that Orlando Bloom sucks and everything. But I put it on one day out of nowhere just for the hell of it. They had restored like 35 minutes in the middle of the movie in this like chopped out storyline about Eva Green's kid, which was dark as hell and didn't improve the movie. But I was like, now I understand why she cuts her hair and acts crazy for the rest of the movie.
Oh, a lot of cool gremlins were here.
Yeah.
I love all these minifigs. They're cool.
Yeah, they have spikes. Yeah, I saw those.
You like those, Tom?
Yeah, I like the mini Funkos.
I can hear Tom. Tom's like, yeah.
Those are actually pretty sweet.
Midnight. You can't get them wet. If I get them wet, will I just be able to sell the extra ones on the side of the highway?
If you get them wet, they love you long time.
A little mini funky pummel.
There you go, Tom.
Who is this? Is this like K-pop Demon Hunters? Or is that...
What Tom said might apply to Robert Picardo last scene with a female gremlin about to get romantic in Gremlins 2 at the very end. Was that the debut of the new bat symbol, or was that just cross promotion?
Nah, that was the bat symbol since the 70s.
Oh, Luffy.
That was just the one they were using at the time.
Okay,
that's
so
cool Luffy.
that's not movie specific.
Yeah, there was actually a big stink about the bat symbol because Tim Burton didn't want to use the one that they were using at that time, even though that's the one that was on the poster, right? As you remember, the one
coincidence? Wow.
Well, yeah, because Tim Burton wanted to use the one with the bat feet. That's his. And Warner Brothers was like, no, we want him to have the original, and they won that war for the second film.
Mark, speaking of One Piece, I don't know what it was because you couldn't open it and they didn't have any display, but there was a gigantic box at Walmart in the action figure aisle that said One Piece on it. I
actually
really
have
wanted
that
to know
Michelangelo.
what was inside of it.
I was actually going to bring that up.
Metal.
They actually do have little mini Funko Pops.
I love them.
They already have those.
So this is one of those metal figs like my Gremlin or my Ninja Turtle one. Oh, hell yeah, I definitely want them then.
Oh, I'll have to go back and get them for you.
Mainly the Gremlins. The Mogwai, okay, but like I like the Gremlins.
You like the Gremlins, right? And then Home Depot has I got to share my Home Depot video that I just did. Yeah, I figured I should have grabbed that. I feel like Tom would want this. Yeah.
Yes.
Does Home Depot have their Halloween stuff?
Yes, the Home
Probably.
Depot Halloween stuff
I gotta
is
go
out.
in there. I gotta go in this year.
Operation.
Oh my god!
I love that.
I'm like, Maureen, can I buy this? She's never been into Five Below. I'm like, do you want? It's next across the street from the appliance store. I'm like, let's go to Five Below. She's like, I've never been there. What is it? I'm like, you'll love it. She's like, and she's laughing. What do you mean? I'll love it. And she's like in there for 10 minutes. Like, get me out of there. Yeah.
I bought two like horror T-shirts there because they're $5. I got
it's a great store.
A Nightmare Before Elm Street and a Friday the 13th T-shirt.
Hey, not to be too personal though, but Mark, like, what's the trade-off, bro? Like, does she like a vases or
she just gets to be married? She gets to be married to me.
Oh, come on.
Come on. What do you get the wife? She's gotta have
what is it? What's the trade-off? Is it?
She's got to be. Yeah, he's right. There's got to be something there that she's.
She has America's largest privately held collection of fabric.
But then again, we've seen pictures of Mark when he's young. So
capital D. So maybe that's what it is. Who knows?
Oh, there's a Gremlin vinyl. Yeah. I'll have to go back and get Tom those. The Gremlins,
Gremlins.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't have to, but
your Five Below is stocked. Ours is always empty.
You're just looking for an excuse to go back to Five Below, and you can blame it on me. And the wife's like, "Why did you go back there?" Tom wanted these Gremlins. Well, you didn't have to buy the $300 worth of other shit, Mark.
Yeah.
Where are we supposed to put it?
Yeah.
It'll go in one of the, no, just.
My guess is he probably has a really good kitchen. Like with really immaculate kitchenware,
the bathroom. That's her area.
That's what I'm guessing. Is that am I right, Mark? Do you have like really nice?
He cooks all the time. It can't be.
I cook, yeah. And I tried to buy this. I tried to buy it, and like she's like, you're never
just
gonna
moving on,
crochet.
avoiding the question.
She
completely.
thought you were gonna crochet, Mark. You're never gonna crochet.
Yeah, she's like, I'm
gonna
like, I want to buy the
crochet
show.
to a
Winnie the
Pooh Bear,
Pooh
Mark.
crochet kit.
I'll
I'm
crochet.
like, I
You
wanna-
are never gonna crochet.
She's like, you're never gonna effing. Well, she didn't say effing, but
Unless
you're
you
never
find a
gonna do
machine
that.
that does it for you, you're never gonna do it, Mark.
Yeah, she's like, put that back. You're never gonna do it.
She's right.
You know what I buy at
Yeah.
Five Below? I get all. You know, my dog has a better wardrobe than I do. I buy all of my dog T-shirts at Five Below. He has a Seinfeld T-shirt. He has a Jaws
Oh,
T-shirt.
cute.
He has an MTV T-shirt. He's got the coolest shirts from there.
He's a cool dog.
He is a cool dog.
I've never seen this before. Indiana Jones themed Ducati Scrambler. I'm like, what the hell? And it didn't look good, so I didn't buy it.
Is
You
that
don't have one of
from
those in your garage?
That's from the last movie, isn't it?
Is that? Oh, that's the new movie. Okay, that's
I
why.
think so.
Oh, yeah,
Is
that's
that's when he
okay.
drives
I
through
love that
through
movie.
the college campus, isn't it?
Yeah, and this was $5. I'm like, I'm not spending $5 on this. It's too shitty looking.
Or is it
Their
one from one of the other
prices went
movies? But
up
I could.
there.
The
Well,
college
someone can
campus-
Google it for us. Yeah.
Dude,
The big college campus.
you got
chase I
real
remember is in-
motorcycles.
The big college campus chase I remember is in 4 when they crash into the Marcus Brody statue, right?
Maybe. Am I getting the two mixed up? I thought
When
it was
he's
in the last one.
in the last movie, he doesn't really have a campus. It's just a bunch of buildings in downtown
You're
New York.
right.
Where
Maybe
they
it
tell
was
him
the
to
one. What one
leave.
was the?
Remember?
Yeah. Or you're right. Maybe it was Mutt on the motorcycle. That might be Mutt's motorcycle.
Oh, Mutt's
Yes.
motorcycle.
Now that,
okay.
yes, you're right.
Yes,
you are
it's-
right.
it-
Yes, I was
they-
getting the two.
He doesn't have a
scrambled, yeah.
campus in 5. I can't believe that I actually would give.
Yeah, I know, you're right. You're 100%
Connors.
right.
Just go on my calendar.
Well, that's because
Look in
Crystal
my
Skull
channel
and
description. One's
Dial of
corrected Tom
Destiny are the
Connors.
same shitty movie to me. They're all the same crap.
Oh, Dial of Destiny is a lot worse of a shitty movie.
It
but
is.
Neither is good. Okay. I mean, there are moments about every half an hour for 2 minutes, like in Temple
Mandalorian
of
and Grogu.
Indiana Jones 4
They have good
entertains
posters
me.
there.
Every once
you
in a
get a
while,
Mandalorian
like I
and
still
Grogu
like
poster?
Marion, and people don't like Shia LaBeouf, but
You
he
know
can
what's funny?
act okay. There's some bad shit in there too, though.
What is that? Oh, Mortal. Like one of these things.
I bought all the
is not
Supergirl
like
posters.
The other. One
No,
of
you
these
didn't.
things is kind of the same. One of
Those
these
are the
things
shittiest
is
posters
not
I've ever
like the
seen.
other.
Oh, no, now we're
Did
getting
anybody guess which it is?
You know what? Our taxes paid to write that song, so you can sing the whole thing. We all own it.
Can we all guess which one's not like the others?
Spider-Man.
Super
Yeah.
drunk.
Spider-Man made money.
Flop, flop. Biggest hit of the year, probably of all time. Flop, flop.
Yeah.
Is it possible that you know? I know you're showing posters. I'll let you get back to it here. But is it possible, because we got Admiral Teague on here, and I told him
Oh, I want that
before
Batman poster.
Sold out.
About riding, you know, that maybe you know that you could sneak in a couple of your motorcycles in. Would that be cool? Like when you get a second. He's like, you know,
Oh, yeah, I could show
if you
some
could do
motors,
that, you know,
maybe.
before we
Or
get out of here.
Does Teague like motorcycles?
So that Joker one was sold out. That sucks.
Who does it?
Yeah, I was looking for these
That's
two
the one I
or
want.
any
Yep,
of these.
Yep. Yeah.
And
any
none of
those
the
three,
posters,
yeah.
none of the posters. Oh shit, the Batman one is here actually. Now I
That's
have
the
to go
one I
back.
want. Damn it.
You gotta go.
I gotta go back now. I gotta go back now. And she's
Damn
gonna
it,
see
Mark.
the charge on the credit card. Damn it, Mark. Yeah. I missed that one. Shit. How
I
did
do
miss
not
that?
need any more fucking
Was she-
posters.
She was rushing me. Yeah.
Which
I
is
have so many
exactly what
posters
went
that
through
can't
my
put
head
up.
when I was walking out of Michael, and the guy goes, "Hey, by the way, you want to buy the poster?"
And I said yes.
I don't need any more posters. Of course I do.
I identify as a problem. On this
That
side.
is a problem I have. Yes, the collecting.
Yeah, I can't
It's not
replace because I
hoarding if
don't
it's
do
collecting.
anything. Yeah. Oh, it was Britney Spirits.
Oh shit! I have that.
So yes, I have a double-sided theatrical poster of Michael.
Well, those are nice because when you shine the light through them, they look good.
I actually have a bunch of those a guy sent me, like from the. It's from circa 1990 through 91 ish, because like the better ones of the bunch were like RoboCop 2 and some other ones, but like yeah, So I want to get a few light boxes, but I looked up the price on those bitches. Holy shit.
They're cost
It's
a fortune.
cheaper. It's cheaper to buy an HD TV, turn it on its side, and plug in a USB that'll change posters for me. That it would be to do that. It would have the same effect.
Courtney got upset and left.
Oh no!
Her internet goes out sometimes. Yep,
Yeah,
so.
when you're switching
She'll be
things
back.
around.
Like
She's
you're
back,
shopping
yeah.
more
There
than
she
me.
Oh,
Shrek Garden Gnomes. Yep.
There she
garden
is.
gnomes? Is that what those are?
Yes, Shrek
Holy
Garden
hell.
Gnomes. Yep. Skibbity toilets.
Oh, for
Like
fuck's
them
sake!
all.
What the hell is that?
I hate Skibbity. Yeah.
Yeah. Kids and their shit.
Yep.
Kids and their newfangled
Chucky.
Nintendo
Kids and their
turtles.
toys and collect.
Yeah. What's that? Chucky figures, I guess. Yeah.
Chucky's on everything.
Yeah, Chucky's seem to be everywhere here. Yeah. Well, plus Halloween stuff is out now too. So
Where is this that you're looking at?
Five Below.
Five Below. Yep. It's like a. What would you say? Like a resale store. Slime. Yep. Slime. It's Swiss formula. I'm like, why the hell is it Swiss formula? What the hell does that mean? They have cheese in it?
But it's Swiss.
Yeah, it's
Are
Swiss.
those,
It's
like,
got to be good.
Bob things like those little things, like the stuff you played with as a kid, or is that actually a candy?
No, I
No,
think
this is
it's-
just you play with. Yeah, you don't eat, can't eat it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, the world's smallest Barney.
Oh my god.
I didn't buy it. Yeah.
Hey kids. I'm Barney.
I am so tiny.
Can you believe the
Hellboy?
chick on that is
love
of all
you,
people
you
Selena
love me.
Gomez?
What about Selena?
She's Barney's like partner, like she's in Barney.
Oh, she's in. Oh, that's. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Remember when there was a wall full of like GI Joes and a wall?
I
full
have
of
some mini
Barbies?
Master of the Universe, but they don't look like that.
Like there was like
Yeah, micro
what is-
figures.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what I'm looking at now. Like what is that?
They're micro figures.
Yeah.
Mine look like literal reinterpretations of the regular sized ones, just shrunk down.
Okay.
Same box.
Yeah,
and
these
everything.
aren't that good. Yeah, I don't know how much.
Although
they are. I'm
actually, they
guessing
look
they're
like they have
$5.
more articulation. Actually, they look like because the ones I have literally just have the same points of articulation as the originals, like the same 6 points or whatever it is.
The Big Lebowski.
No way!
That's
I missed
awesome.
that.
You went over the line.
I would so buy that. Is
That
that
rug really tied the room together.
does it come
Bowling
with
ball?
a 45 caliber in the bowling bag?
I don't think so. No, just the ball. Yep.
All that packaging just for those little bastards.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking too. That's a lot of wasted plastic.
Well, yeah, I guess.
No,
And there's,
we should
what's his
litter the
name?
earth like
The-
our fathers before
the
us.
Jesus?
It's important to make plastic.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah. I
Don't
was like-
fuck with the Jesus.
Yeah.
They got a Jesus doll.
Well, that was in Marshalls. Yeah, that's the figures.
That was the first time I heard that. Well, I can't even say it on here, but the way they referred to him as.
Oh, Marshalls and TJ Maxx are kind of like the same company. I was going to say TJ Maxx had some great Halloween stuff.
I would wear those even though I'm not a Star Wars freak anymore.
Look at those. My wife's like, "You're not buying those." Yep.
I understood that reference,
some
Peter Vinkley
sleepy
fan
pants.
site. The voices coming out of the magic box in my brand new Mercedes frighten and disorient me.
I bought both of these.
What the hell is that?
You did.
The Ember Chod from Dungeons and
What the hell is that?
Dragons. It's
The
from the
movie?
the movie. Well, Dungeons and Dragons, Honor of
Oh,
Thieves.
okay. I was gonna say I
I-
didn't. It
these
looks like
were
a fat
20 bucks.
dragon.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I bought both
Yeah.
of them, and I have to sell them on eBay within 3 days because I looked them up and they're going for $80, 60 to $80 on eBay.
Wow.
Oh my god, it looks like a case of why to put down your dragon.
You know, it's
Yeah.
funny you say that because you know
Those are
once in a
popular
while you'll
movies.
find shit like that, like in a strange way. Like even Temu once in a while will have stuff pop up on there that I know is going for like 3 times the price on eBay.
So
That's a
yeah,
good
so I'm like,
investment. Yeah, that
yeah, but I kind of want to keep one of them, but she's gonna check to see if I sold them. But I did like that movie. Yeah,
You say your wife's gonna check up and make sure that you sold the dragons.
Where's
I
my
wonder if-
dragon money, Mark?
Yeah.
I posted a picture of when we're done with this market show. Like I have something planned out for my retirement that I'm going to get to use to buy a house.
There you go. May the course be with you.
What?
Well, was that a Star Wars ripoff? I don't know how
Yeah,
they
I
got away
guess.
with that. Yeah.
May the
But what
course
is it?
be with you.
What's the product?
Rootin' Tootin' Cowboy Brew.
Oh Lord.
These are cool little lunch boxes. Yep. Or lunch.
And they had some cool and like bento box things and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I did want to do some foodery too tonight. But Teague, you had something to show, you said?
Yeah, go ahead and display it.
Oh, where is it? Oh, I'm because my screen is too. Oh, yes, we got to talk about this. Yeah.
It's the same thing
oh,
we just
remove
saw.
it.
Again, the biggest movie in America, and probably the only time I'll see a theater stand up and cheer this year will be when they re-release a double feature of Space Seed and Wrath of Khan. These are the giveaways. Look at the ships.
Yeah, that looks good.
I can go
I'm gonna
see
find more room.
Shatner in Madison and see Wrath of Khan with him. Do you know how much the tickets are for decent seats?
$500.
Like 300 some bucks.
You know what, Tom? I don't know if you have it, but I will say this: I've seen this one twice. I've never gone that deep in it, but just first of all, the experience of watching Wrath of Khan in like a Broadway-sized theater with 4,000 Star Trek fans who know all the lines. Like, don't even think about getting up to pee. They're going to blow the roof off the place. Then William Shatner comes out and he's all Red Bulled up and he talks for 2 full hours.
That's
great.
amazing.
I can't recommend it enough, Tom. If you can do it,
If
do
I
it.
hadn't
was
already met
life-changing.
him, I might, but like, yeah,
Okay,
it's kind of like, I just don't know. I mean, the only reason I thought about it is because it's Madison, which is literally like an hour away, but it's like,
Stop by that ice protest for a little while. Get
Is
your
that
time
a
in.
2 boob bucket on the top? Is that what
It's
that
a
is?
s-
it's the
it's
60th
60.
emblem, but yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like a set of tits.
It's gonna you look for that in the background.
That's the Enterprise. That's a beautiful lady. Come on, I didn't even.
That's one
Come on,
lovely
we
lady
got
I'd like to get my hands on.
I
Renee
would
saddles.
get one. I'm just asking.
We got a lady on the panel, gentlemen. I'll remind you. We don't want to find Courtney.
Just as hard.
She's sitting there going, "Yeah, it looks like tits."
It does.
They're just really rubbing it into the Star Trek fans, right? It's like, remember all those.
Well, Star
boobs
Trek
you
fans
never
are
got
rubbing
to
something,
touch?
all right, but they're not.
Remember all those boobs you didn't get to touch because you were watching Deep Space Nine and she gave you that look? Now you have this popcorn bucket to remind you of your humiliation.
That cup with all the different ships. Now the thing is that you probably have one of 4. See, it's a mystery topper.
Yeah, the 4 ships are Enterprise TV because Space Seed plays first.
Yep.
The other ship is the Excalibur, and then
Genesis.
it's
What's
the
Genesis?
Reliant and movie Enterprise.
Where's
So
Genesis?
I have to buy about 4 or 5 sodas. Yeah, you know what?
Imagine
The
just
computer
being a-
smashed, Tom. You're gonna have to wait before I can transmit you the information about Project Genesis.
What does he want with a progressive rock group from the 70s and 80s?
You know what? Tell me, Phil
We'll
Collins.
send them
is
the entire
rubbing-
catalog. Send them on.
Phil Collins has to be overjoyed. There's gonna be a Miami Vice movie. He's like, I need that money.
Actually, do you hear he's in pretty rough shape? Actually, I heard.
Is that true?
Yeah, I've heard he's in
I
pretty rough
was
shape.
not
yeah.
aware.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was like, does he have Parkinson's or something like that? I don't know. He's got something that,
Yeah,
he's
he's been talking about touring. This must have been a recent diagnosis.
maybe he got better, or maybe something
Terrible.
else, but maybe it was something else he was dealing with. But like, I
That's
can't
hard.
remember what
My
it was.
mom has Parkinson's.
But like, it was something like he was talking about, like it was so difficult to even like play piano, or he had to sit all the
Oh.
time and all this other stuff. But maybe he's gotten better. Because Huey Lewis also had an issue for a while. He had an inner ear issue to where he couldn't hear.
Yeah, he went deaf.
correctly.
Yeah, Pete Townsend
And don't
retired.
tell,
He had
don't tell
tinnitus, and he's
Khan,
around
but
30 years later.
I have Genesis.
Give it to me.
You've got Genesis, but you don't have me, Mark. You're going
was
to
gonna
have
shut
to
up, but
come
now you
down
got
here
this
and get me.
God!
Like a poor marksman, you keep missing the target.
What is that wand?
That's
I'm
to
going
protect
to
the
hurt
chips
you.
for
That's the Genesis device.
delivery device.
This is the
I've done
Genesis
worse than
device.
kill you. I've hurt you, and I'm going to
Of course
continue
I have
to
it.
hurt you.
Okay,
I promise not to destroy the Earth.
You will
Promise.
not live to have a ship with a chair.
Does it light
fine
up? Does it
Corinthian
do like
leather curve.
something?
Doesn't light up, but I got to put some LEDs in this one. Get that sucker to light up.
Fucking nobody could have
That's the
handled
one I
that
was talking about.
the way he did. He's just like Ricardo Montalban is just fucking overacting like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Another classic overactor, and it
Just-
turns out to be one of the best.
You
5 or 6
tear that out of
movies
there, and
ever
it's like,
made.
what movie is this guy?
Like, could you imagine what it was like for them reading it to the assistants when they're giving it all that emotion? It's like, come on, put your smash. You know, it's
Well,
like,
what's funny
oh,
about it is I'm
that's
sure
what
that
you
it's
have
like,
for the
okay,
assistants.
you probably have the two of them going, okay, we're never actually going to be in the same room acting together, which is hilarious. I can't believe that at least one of them didn't demand that.
Yeah, they
Then you
weren't in
have-
the same room yet.
Yeah,
studio
but you know they're
decision
both
that they were
dialing that in,
treating-
going, I gotta outdo Shatner, and I gotta outdo Montalban. So like they're sitting there,
Yeah.
I think that's why they didn't want them in the same place at the same
possibly
time.
because it could have caused an explosion.
Yeah.
There's a singularity opened up at the Paramount lot, sir.
The overacting is too much to handle.
So now it's time for foodery. So let's get to our foodery here. Hope everyone gets sufficiently hungry. I don't know what Khan would eat, but here we've got.
You'd
let
have
me
a
get this
Khan's
back.
hot dog, Mark.
Khan's hot dog, right? Yeah, yeah. So we were in Brooklyn, probably not too far from the Great
What the
Admiralty.
fuck is all that green shit on that pizza?
Yeah, Klobby would not like that.
That's what
Yeah,
he
get
would
that
say,
green shit
yes.
off. Yeah, get rid of the
Even
green
Popeye
shit.
would go, why is there spinach on my pizza?
This one was the best one. This was a vodka
that's
sauce with ricotta and
See, that
and
actually looks edible.
sausages. Oh, this pizza was effing amazing. This was
I
so
love
good. Yeah,
ricotta, as in my family would say, ricotta. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Ricotta.
And then this was buffalo chicken. So we
Mm.
went.
Hello, gals,
My
what you
daughter
doing
was
out
headed
tonight?
off to Paris for a semester abroad for 4 months.
Oh, that's
So we-
Mark,
fun. I
Mark
did
went
that
to,
when I was younger.
Sweet Patty.
Mark
So-
went
You
to
stayed in
I have
Paris?
I have more self-control than Istophobos because I can't eat anything you're going to show me.
What I
can't-
love is your daughter went to Paris, but
I'm in
you at
training
least-
right
you got
now, and I cannot eat any of this. But it looks delicious, and I'm gonna just bear with it. And I'm gonna love it, and I'm gonna shut up and just wish I could eat it.
Yeah, they were a little stingy on the sausages, but it was a good flavor in the sausages.
Yeah,
So.
it looks
A
so
little
good.
stingy,
What is
but that pizza was phenomenal. That
But they weren't
pizza
on the
was awesome.
ricotta, and that's what's important.
Yeah, I went with the ricotta. Yeah,
your daughter
and this
goes
is
to
buffalo
Paris.
chicken.
You went to Rome, right? That's the name of the pizza place in Greenpoint.
Yeah, it's Rome. What's it called? Rome. I took a picture of the box here. Rome to Brooklyn. Yeah, Rome to Brooklyn. So let me.
My
Yeah,
sister lives in Greenpoint.
That is right in the downtown filming district of Brooklyn where they do all the network TV shows. So you could have seen some celebrities there.
Well, we had delivered because it's pouring rain, but
Actually,
this was,
take
of
it
course,
back.
a
That's
shrimp
the best
pizza.
looking one right there.
This was fucking good too. This pizza. That was my two favorites.
A little too much
I mean, not
grease,
that the other
but-
ones weren't good, but
Is that much-
these are my favorites. Yeah.
Can't see very well.
Mark just showed us like $160 worth of pizza.
You're not wrong.
No,
but I
seriously.
gotta agree with Klobby. There shouldn't be green shit on my pizza.
Yeah, he doesn't want green shit in the pizza. But here, order online and
There you go,
Rome to
kids.
Brooklyn. They got 2 locations in Brooklyn.
If I
and,
move out by you, you're just gonna make me fucking fat. You know that, right?
yeah, Tom will be.
That-
We can work out
Tom,
together.
You know what? If we have a routine for Tom,
Hey,
we'll bring
Tom,
him to
join my
every-
gym, bro. Let's do it.
Because pizza's
Well-
like one of my main cheats.
I
we could
love
bring you
pizza.
to every Friday night Met game, and you could just dance and moonwalk with Mr. Met to beat it, and that would work off all the calories. It would be a great fitness plan. I think you would be a Met fanatic after about 4 games.
So there's Enjoy Paris for Nicole.
Patty?
And this tiramisu was the best tiramisu cake I've ever had. It was
That
low
is
calorie,
the one
thankfully.
dessert that I do not like is tiramisu. I don't know why.
This I usually don't
don't
like
like
tiramisu that much. This was
Yeah.
phenomenal, Courtney. This might have changed your mind on tiramisu.
Me neither. I don't like it.
We had to research the little cookies on the side. There's something like Sean knew what they were. I don't remember what they are anymore.
Lady fingers.
There you go.
And awesome one. Yeah, I have a big appetite. So I had so many people. We had
Well,
about
he's
10.
got a big family too.
We had 10 people there. Yeah, so that was pizza for 10.
Every time
but
I turn around, I find out he's got another kid.
Yeah. So, and this was
You know
chocolates.
what?
You could eat this. Yep.
How many
Pizza
kids
for
do you have
10?
now, Marks? 10?
I have 3. Yeah, 3 that I
Three?
know of. No, I shouldn't say that. Just kidding. No, I know I have 3 kids.
When
I'm
you
just kidding.
extrapolate the cost, though, like where else can you feed 10 people for $16 a piece plus like
You're
a
not
soda?
wrong. 10 pizzas
Yeah.
times $12.
And so that was Fortunato Brothers since 1976.
22
Manhattan-
bucks.
Manhattan
No, I know, that was a
Avenue.
line from Home Alone. $120 plus tip.
Oh, okay. I'm
Pizzas,
sorry.
10 pizzas for $12.
That's 4 pizzas.
Yeah, that's 4 now. Yeah.
And hail to Grumpy Griff. He says, been a really great stream. Got to come back next week. Well, we'd love to hear that. Thank you so much. Love return
Yeah.
customers. It doesn't
He's gonna
cost you
go
much
eat-
to be here.
We only show
And
our
hit-
balls once in a while.
Hit that like and subscribe
I have
button,
bigger
please.
balls with all of them, and I'm a
She does. She has the biggest balls of all.
Yeah. Right.
If
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
on the fence. I only show up like every 10 streams.
I've got big balls. She's got big balls. He's got big balls. And they've got big balls.
I
So
saw
Teague, you
it.
got to head to
Angus
this
is
place.
still out there at 78, Tom.
My ballroom's always full. What?
I would go to Fortunato Brothers. I said, can you believe that Angus is still out there on tour right
I
now at like
know.
78 years old? He looks as
God.
grizzled as could be. He's always sucking down to Foster's. It's just like, yes, me lifestyle.
Is Brian
man.
Johnson back yet? I know he was.
Yeah, he had some kind of surgery. They fixed up his voice, and apparently
Good.
he can do it. But I mean, I've seen
'Cause I
AC/DC
was-
10 times. The last time was like 15 years ago, though.
I felt
Yeah,
bad because
I
they
saw
had to
them
deal with
once, they
Axl
were probably about
Rose. I
10
mean,
years.
Did you see the video of them with Axel though? Axel's voice left him after that. He had enough left to kind of get through it.
Wait,
that's just
wait,
because.
No.
Axl
might be
sang
the only-
with AC/DC?
He might
Yeah.
be the
Yeah.
only just
Oh,
live.
no.
I heard
What
some of
happened-
it. It's not that bad, but that's just because
No, it's
AC/DC is
freaking horrible.
very
It's
simple.
the
Like
worst.
Brian Johnson
No,
makes
you
the
need
music
a
sound so
very
much more
powerful
complicated than
voice.
it really is.
Yeah,
You're right
yeah,
about
Brian
that.
Johnson.
The only song I would differ with is something like Who Made Who has that wild guitar opening. But yeah, AC/DC's a 5-chord rock and roll band. and
That's
they
what I
have
mean. Like
5
every song is
different
either in the key of G or key of A.
Well, it's
And
funny that you
yeah.
say Axl Rose because when I saw them, Smash's Snake Pit opened up. Speaking of
Oh, yeah?
OTR stuff, yeah,
That-
it was
that
Smash's
is-
Snake Pit and AC/DC.
Well, they're friends
No.
again now, so I can see how that wouldn't be
but
a
Axel
problem.
cannot even remotely come close to what he used to. But now, as far as like the
No.
AC/DC stuff, he was
Okay,
doing
that's
okay.
more
but-
my jam right here.
He
That
was
was
We-
horrible. Tom, how bad was he at the Ozzy thing where like it was like we all remember that disastrous Metallica GNR tour where like the GNR guys were all drunk
Oh,
out
they
and never
cut out.
showed up, and the Metallica guys set themselves on fire by mistake. Like nothing
Yeah.
went right. And then like this is the first time both bands have been in the same place since, and like Guns N' Roses goes out there and they're like the
Oysters,
worst
is that
Guns N'
Oysters?
Roses. They were
Looks
the
like
worst
it.
Guns. They were the worst Guns N' Roses cover band. And then
ECW.
when Megadeth went out there, they weren't like the guy still doesn't have the greatest voice, but
Clams.
it's better than what Axel has left. And they did a few great Black
No,
Sabbath
Mustaine has
Dave
adjusted, and he had
Mustaine.
issues for a
Dave
while. But
Not,
Mustaine.
not Mustaine. I'm talking about Hetfield.
oh, you said Megadeth.
Oh,
Lobster.
yeah, you
I'm
said
sorry.
Megadeth.
I meant
I heard that
my
too, Tom.
bad. Metallica and the big Metallica Guns N' Roses tour is the one where the Metallica.
Well,
guys
Metallica ain't been
on
Metallica since like
fire.
1992, but yeah.
They haven't, but the thing was their performance at the Ozzy thing was at least good. Like they looked like they've been at it for 30 years. Guns N' Roses had significantly regressed, and Axel's not getting that phone call if AC/DC needs a singer anymore.
No, it was quite possibly the worst I've ever seen.
bet
I'm not
it
even, and
Yeah.
that's real. I can stand on that. I will be on that
They
hill.
played
It
one
was
good song decently.
So bad.
The only song they played decent was their Sabbath cover, which says something about how they feel about hanging out together.
And I just want to add, yeah, this was, of course, quick seafood dinner. And well, technically they're not grilled because they were steamed in the water. They're kind of half steamed, half boiled there. But lobster was on
They
sale.
look like
with,
prisoners,
pepper.
man.
Well, they are prisoners.
Let
They're
them
going to get
free,
eaten.
Mark.
Let them free. Put them back in the ocean. No, sorry.
Cream
Sorry,
when you
lobsters.
put 'em in.
Sorry, lobsters.
Come on
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Titanic.
The other
so they
lobster,
could
the
be
other
free.
lobster. What did you want to be when you grew
Remember,
up?
remember the
Oh.
Katie Couric show, morning show, and then the guy cut the lobsters in half, like it was a big controversy. about the lobsters. Yep. So
I
and
went to a restaurant where they
Anymore,
put a
but
live
that's-
octopus on the table, and the guy just came out with like a cleaver
Chopped
and
it.
chopped it, and everyone ate
Oh.
it, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's like a scene right out of Indiana Jones.
It
Man.
was so
So
gross.
I was rubbing a lot of butts
Wolverines.
this weekend. So there's some.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
I'm
Oh
not the
my
hugest fan of the
God.
boys, but when they killed that lobster, I was dying.
Yeah. So here's my
Is that
butts.
Virginia ham? Oh, it was a Virginia ham.
Check
Pork
out that
butts,
butt.
Picnic butts. Yep. Yep. So I made some pulled pork for our party on Saturday night. Oh, I didn't take a picture of the finished pulled pork. Oh, I thought I had a picture
You
there.
failed,
Huh.
Mark. You failed.
I failed.
You
I
had one
failed. Where's-
job.
I had one job. Wait, where's the? Let me add it to. Let's see.
Because
If
you
I
showed
have
the
it here.
alcohol there. You started drinking and you forgot to take a picture.
Forgot to take a picture
You're
of
just
the.
like,
Yeah,
this
got
ass is the
drunk.
best ass you're going to have ever in your life.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah. Oh,
great.
here's a
Pig's
picture.
ass.
Yeah, it
Do
was
not
awesome.
drink.
Yeah.
Do not drink. Nobody drink ever again. It's the worst thing you could possibly do.
Oh,
it's
I
bad
haven't
for
had
you,
a
yeah.
drink in over 9 years.
Just drink
So,
water.
Over 9 years.
Seriously, it keeps your body from metabolizing the nutrients that you need from the food that you're eating.
Oh, it did way worse to me.
So every
But,
time you drink and you eat food, everything just gets metabolized quickly and pushed to your intestines, and you get none of the nutrients of the food that you're eating when you mix it with alcohol.
Well, you know, once you start drinking enough alcohol, you start not eating too.
And the reason is because it starts metabolizing the alcohol first, because it's a
crazy.
toxin.
I never knew
Let me
that.
go back here. Here's the. Oh,
You guys are making me want to go downstairs to the bodega and get like a
Good
20
for you,
ounce of
Osmo.
Stella.
here we go. Here's. I got to go back here. Here's the finished. Like
That
I'm
looked
going.
pretty
How many?
damn good.
So that there's that. So yeah, I'll go back fast. But this
He
is.
likes pork butt and he cannot lie.
These came out good. Yep, yep. And just simple rub on them and
Rub that
spray
butt.
some apple cider on them once in a while. Keep
But
them.
that's actually
Keep your
really
butts
good
moist.
for you. It's really good for you. Just don't drink while you're eating.
I think
Oh, I
Alex
want you
Jones
some
would have
apple
preferred you
cider.
put the apple cider vinegar on there because that could just make it immune to all the chemtrails and other things that are going to get on there while you're cooking outdoors.
Just grab it
I
by
didn't
the
use a
bone and
replicator.
start eating.
So it's the best is when you have it off like right off the grill
Oh, yeah,
there
when
you're picking it. It just tastes the best. Yep, yep.
you got to taste test it, you know.
Well, Grumpy Garfield, so you lose weight then? Yeah, you just got to you just got to exercise a lot, right? Yeah,
If
that's my
you
cyber
stop
cue.
drinking, you will
My
lose
computer.
weight quite quickly if you stop drinking. Yeah.
I gained weight.
That
I
thing
know
is
I'm
great. That
drinking?
cyber cue.
Yeah, when I stopped drinking. But
Because
I
you
was
start eating.
I was a vodka. Yeah, I was vodka drunk and
Because
not a good
you
one.
started
Yeah, I
eating a
just
lot
didn't eat.
more. And
Yeah, I
sugar.
started eating healthy
Probably a
and
lot of
stuff. Yep.
sugar.
Oh
drinks
yes,
and things.
I'm a
Yeah.
sugar addict now. I definitely am a sugar addict.
I'm one of those
I'm
insufferable
not trying to be
people who
Mr.
has
Know-it-all, but I'm going through it right now. I'm studying martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
Oh,
and
cool.
and I absolutely have changed my whole diet. All this, a lot of the things that Mark is showing us are really good for you. Just don't mix them with alcohol. That's a combination that will make you gain weight.
I just can't mix me with alcohol anymore. So, and then I'm
neither.
fine.
Me neither,
I hunted
Jacob.
I hunted the pig at ShopRite. Awesome
Yeah,
one.
that's really good for you, actually.
It was really
Lots
yummy.
of protein, packed with protein, and delicious too.
And it was actually 10 pounds of that's how many
And
ounces?
that what is that plate?
161.
That plate right there was.
Was it sushi?
I was weighing the pulled pork. I forgot to take a picture when I picked it or pulled it. But it was 10 pounds of meat with the two. Because I always wanted to see what the yield was there. Yep. And so this was a snake appetizer with the.
Oh, that right there is
that was cute.
absolutely amazing for you. That plate right there is awesome.
That was good. Yep, yep. And we had, it was a jungle theme, so we had to put lions and tigers and bears everywhere. Yep, yep.
Oh, that's so funny. They're cute.
Yeah, it was cute. Yeah, yeah. And my friend made a pineapple guy.
Oh, yay.
I think I had a video of it. Yeah,
I love it.
it was cute. Yeah, yeah. And awesome one says, I've quit sodas. Only use a bit of Splenda for tea and coffee. Yeah, I gave up sugar, but I like decaf iced tea. I put a little honey in it, and also I do have like mango juice, but I'll put like 5 ounces or 2 ounces, like a very tiny bit, just for like some flavor in the water. Yep. So this doesn't look that good. I guess it's my plate, but there's the pulled pork and beans and all the other stuff we had.
Is there rice and beans and pulled
and
pork?
rice and beans and pulled pork.
Oh,
And,
That's still really good for you. It
yeah,
it is.
Pineapple. I made
There's
pineapple.
There's really nothing in there that's bad. Yeah, yeah. I'll back off on that. But no, that's actually really healthy if you just eat that with no alcohol.
And hail to the Great West Kegel says, "What are you guys 3M? Why are you guys doing up?"
We're having a super party.
We have a ton of people watching right now, which is awesome. Thank you everyone who's hanging out with us. But and then I went to Pepe's Pizza tonight and had some more low calorie pizza.
Yum.
So it was a heavy eating. I did a lot of exercising, but this is their tomato pie that's only seasonal. So it's fresh tomatoes. Oh God, this pie was so good. Just
Is it?
awesome.
Wait, I can't see it very well. Is it like the cold tomato pie? Like.
No, it's hot, but they cut fresh tomato and put it on the pie.
Oh,
There's
that's
no
not what I
sauce.
know about. Like, I know a tomato pie is like just the tomato sauce, with no cheese.
No, this is
That's
this
what
is
I'm
their
thinking
fresh tomato pie. They call it. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good though.
No, it was really good. And then we had
It does look good.
and their crust is so good. And then we had I was arguing with my wife. I'm like, we're not getting 2 smalls. We're getting 1 medium. And then this was a sausage ricotta cheese pie. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, a little heavier than the other pie. The other pie is lighter. Not that heavy in a bad way, but man, this pie was that pie was really freaking good. So that's Pepe's Pizza, and I didn't get clam tonight. Usually I get the clam pizza, but I didn't get the clam. The fresh tomato you can only get during the summer, so grab that.
I miss East Coast tomatoes, Jersey tomatoes, and Jersey corn.
They're really good. Yeah.
We get nothing like that out here.
I'll tell you what, like even, way before now, like I used to like just regular fresh sliced tomatoes, like not cooked ones, just like slap it on the top of my pizza and eat it. Did anybody else do that? Like
my mom used to make tomato sandwiches. That's what we used to do, tomato
with
sandwiches.
mayo,
Yep,
salt, and
just
pepper,
mayo,
and
tomato, yep,
white bread.
So good. Yep.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, so this is Pepe's Pizza, and this is the one. So it's pepespizzeria.com. Not that they need the help from me, but if you ever go to New Haven, Sally's, Pepe's, Modern, it's just the best pizza in the world, in my opinion. And of course, I'm always right. So there's their that's the fresh tomato pie here. Yeah, so it's mozzarella, basil, garlic, Romano, olive oil, and fresh native tomatoes. Yeah, let's see, what else did we get tonight? What was that pizza tonight that we got? Let's see, menu. Start your order. Here, let's see, menu here. So yeah, the original tomato pie. That's how you can tell a good place if the tomatoes are good. Yep. There's the white clam. The chicken. Oh, meatball. It was meatball ricotta. That's what we got. We got meatball ricotta. It wasn't sausage. It was meatball.
Don't forget, Mark. Also, they have to use Corleone olive oil.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. From the old country. Yep. Chicken rice. So yeah, so an awesome. I'm not sharing the screen here yet. Share the tab instead. I always boom or something. So here's all the specialty pies. Yep. There's the fresh tomato, the original tomato that Courtney was talking about. Just
that's a tomato pie to me.
That's a tomato pie. Yeah. That's classic pie too. That's one of their old original pies. Yep. Tomatoes, Romano, and olive oil. But you got to have it. Yeah. Margarita, white clam.
Yeah,
Of course, you just get
pizza.
Yeah, these are their specialty pies. Yeah, so this is the meatball ricotta. That's what we had. Fan favorites. Yep. Shrimp white pizza. Haven't gotten that one yet. Original tomato pie with mozzarella. So that it's just
Bobby would say they're bottom feeders.
yeah, bacon and onion. Oh,
I
bacon and
don't
onion.
know, but someone calls me that. I was fighting words, right?
Family for four. Yep, yep. All right. So
a couple weeks ago, you invited me to come eat clam pizza with you, so I'm gonna still hold you to that. So only a slice
anytime,
of clam pizza, bro.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
I'll eat
Yep.
that with you.
Yep, it's on me. Yep, yep. Clam
While
pizza.
we're
It's
on
damn
this-
expensive pizza too. Unfortunately, just kidding.
Is it really?
Yeah, joking. Yeah.
Since
Yes,
we're on this rant, if I hit 10,000 subs by tomorrow, I'll drink an entire bottle of Clamato live on stream.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna hold you to that too. I got both of my buddies are here. You guys are gonna have to do some stuff.
How many subs do you have right now? 5,000? Do you need to double them or?
No, I'm just saying.
I would say something like, but it said YouTube thinks it's 3,600, so I don't know,
Okay.
3,300.
So you need a big influx. Okay, yeah, yeah.
And
But
I'm
it's
trying
worth
to
it
get
to see
like
that.
Let's just say I don't want to see drink the Clamato, and I'm just banking on people not checking my sub count. But since we've destroyed that one, I guess I won't have to worry about either one. Well, you know what, Mark?
Damn it, Mark.
The idea that I won't have to drink the Clamato, it's a wash. You're okay by me.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, let's thank our channel members right now, and then we're gonna go through the top members. But I always want to thank the channel members who help pay for StreamYards and we got all the stuff it takes to do YouTube. It's not easy here. It's it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot in the background, a lot of background work.
The harshest of mistress, she takes with one hand and she takes with the other. It's even worse than the bitch goddess of disability.
So thank you everyone who supports the channel here and enables these awesome emojis. Like we've got Istaphobos, we've got Talkie Toaster, we've got Bat Tom here, we've got Steve Mitchum, we got Courtney Crimlon, we got Six Metalorian here.
You're
a lot of great
legally
people.
Required to say Crimlon twice when you say Crimlon.
Yes, I am. Yep. And thank you to Crimlon for gifting so many channel memberships in the last few months. But let's thank the channel members we have right now. Brian Hepburn, JT Kirk, Andrew Jill, 70s Rock Fan, Christian DeLorme's Vinyl Revival, Max Redstone, RTNZ, RobAltis, DJ Ronnie G, The Metalorian, Dadman Walking, Philip Story, Professor R2, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser. Hey, this guy Admiral Teague, he's pretty awesome. Sean Estep, Cypher Chaos, Headcase, Joe's Atmosphere, Darren M, Ruby, Sinksak LeMay, if I said that right, Kawako, CJ, Keithy, Phantom Outsider, Lorenzo Sleestack, Canadian Spider-Man, Charlotte K, Horny Alf, Gap After Dark, and Wes Cagle, who's still in the chat. So thank you all to your channel members. And tonight our top fans were... Let's see. Let me switch to top fans. Well, this stream is rocking tonight. My goodness gracious. Dadman Walking, Trevor Toonart, Wes Cagle, Keely Chow, Maddie's Daddy, Claude Saling, Sashi, Davina Duckworth, Marks 47, Jonathan Conroy, Latino Slant, Oliver Beaumonte, Professor R2, Crazy Cat Guy, Poker Ace, Awesome One, Tomahawk, Buddy Hepburn, Real Head Case, Istaphobos, Gap After Dark, Ronnie Trickshot, Darcipio, Jason Love Doctor Who, Germ, Darren M, Jamie Lynn, Tim, Darth Plato, Tom at Midnight's Edge, Phantom Outsider, Putin, Courtney, Dr. Bob's Nightmare, E. Clay Thomason, Mecha J, Caleb, Tim Hayes, PVFS, RJ Godzilla, and this guy Admiral T is pretty awesome too. And number one was a Stream Elements bot, which is a cheat because that Stream Elements bot gets to post all the time automatically.
Like
and on the
one
skinny,
listener.
yeah, the skinny vertical side, we had let's see, top fans here. We had Stream Elements bot, Tom, RJ Godzilla, and Crimlon. And on Rumble, we had Born to Be Down, Dude Bro, And I think we also had, who else was there on the Rumble side? Let's see, a lot of Dude Bro. I'm singing. Darren was there as well, and modding. Thank you for modding, Darren. I don't know if I'm missing anyone else on the Rumble.
Rumble's rough because the browser self-refreshes and gets rid of everyone who's there. You don't get that good like view of it. Like,
okay, I was wondering that.
Yeah, you know what? Cantor Fitzgerald has been trying to sell it for so long, and they're just not putting any money into it. As YouTube's just like, hey, let's make a lot of mistakes and not crazy for a while Rumble gets nothing, and Rumble just the excuse that they're new doesn't hold water when their masthead says 2010.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was. Because I thought there had more people on the Rumble side. I'm like, wait, where'd some of those
you
names?
Probably did, but like they got refreshed away. It comes down to just like you gotta beg for likes.
Yeah.
That's the only real like matrix. Because even the Rumble analytics are inaugural.
Okay, yeah. So wanted to make sure I thanked everyone there. And then let me show you guys what I did buy at Five Below. So let me turn my camera on here. I didn't buy that much actually because the wife was there watching me.
I would have let you buy everything. I love Five Below.
I had to get the peanuts, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that cute? So I got that. So I was hoping they had a great pumpkin. I was hoping they had a great pumpkin there, but yeah, this is pretty cool.
Any candy?
You can only get.
I didn't buy any candy. I'm trying to downsize it.
You can only get the great pumpkin at the pumpkin patch at midnight on Halloween.
Right. And I got a cat in the hat mystery vinyl. Should we open this to see what this is, guys? It's getting late, but you guys want to see what this is?
Wouldn't, which is why I think you should.
Mystery box. Yeah, mystery
after
box.
all that pizza, I need some kind of like,
some sort of payoff, right?
Yeah, payoff. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get through this label here without cutting myself.
Grumpy Grip over on Rumble flying the Rumble flag. We salute you. And Dude Bro is still
Thank
flying
you.
the Rumble flag too. Hello to all of you. You are not forgotten, our Rumble friends.
Hello, Rumble people.
Yeah.
Are you ready to rumble?
There we go. And I was trying to save the label, so I cut that nicely. Okay, let's see. We got Cat. Thanks for your support. Cat the Hat Minis. Here's a little gift. Say $5 on your next order. Oh, $5 off. Yeah. Join the
so
fun.
It's a gift certificate for another gift certificate? I mean, what's the actual gift? Oh, there we go.
Hopefully this is the cat. Hopefully this is the cat in the hat in here. Let's see. Let's see if I got lucky.
Has anybody else watched those kids opening up those like dumplings, like sparkle dumplings? Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Let's see what we got here. No, not sure.
Nobody knows what I'm talking. So there's these like squishy things. Or here, we'll see what's.
Lame ding dong.
Oh, I wanted the cat in the hat. I'm gonna have to go back and buy 5 more. Well, that's
What did you get? I can't see what it is.
Dr. Seuss.
I don't know what that is. I don't.
Lucy Lou. Is it Lucy Lou? What's her name? Lucy Lou, or what's her?
Lucy Lawless.
Lucy
what was the girl's name?
No, Lucy Lou is your
Lucy
neighbor.
Brown, right? Lucy Van Pelt.
Brown.
It's
Who is
Lucy
this?
Van Pelt.
Well, I can't read this because the writing's too small.
Oh, Cindy Lou Who?
Cindy Lou Who,
what
right?
No.
Sally.
It's Lou.
Sally.
Okay,
Sally.
yeah, I thought you were still on the other franchise. I don't know the this one as well.
Well, a cat in the hat. Yeah, cat in the hat. So.
Oh,
well, I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Cat in the hat. Yeah, cat in the hat. Yeah. Let's see if they have the whole.
From
Yeah, here's
one of the 2 kids.
Grinch Who Stole Christmas. I got a shot. Cat in the Hat. I didn't see that one too many times.
That's Sally. Yeah, I didn't get thing 1, thing 2, or I'm gonna have to go back and buy a few more of these. Damn it, mystery figs. You never get what you want with the mystery figs. No offense, Sally.
I always hate when I go to Manhattan and I'm walking through Times Square and I see like some family from the Midwest and there's like 8 of them and like the kids have like thing 1 through 6 on them. It's like
It's funny you say that. My sister-in-law did a birthday party for my niece, and they all had shirts like that.
They're like, screw your $120 worth t-shirts, Mom. We're not wearing them.
Yeah, right.
And I bought this at Five Below. Skull steaks.
That's pretty cool.
So let's see how big these are. Are they small? I have no idea how big these are. Ooh, they're pretty good.
The steaks are pretty
They're
high.
not bad. Oh, they're pretty big. I thought I might get small little mini skulls in here.
Those are very serious steaks.
Oh, this is pretty good. Not bad. Yep. So I can
life size.
Yeah. So those will fit nicely in my front yard. There we go. Yeah.
Just don't disturb any of the real people you buried. I mean, yeah, be careful planting them.
They go together. Oh, you can't separate them. Why did they do that? So I want to put them up separately. Where do the batteries go in this?
They need to be together.
Yeah, where do the batteries go in this thing?
Mark, 2 heads are better than 1.
Yeah, where do the batteries go here?
Enjoying
they go. Oh, they go underneath here, and one. Oh, here's the Oh, so there's the batteries are in this guy, and they go together. But I could rewire it so we have 2 different. Separate them because I want people to walk in between them. I have them each side of the. I'll have to go back to Five Below and buy another set so I can have 2 on one side and 2 on the other. I could rewire that too, but there's no battery set in there. Oh well, not a totally bad purchase.
What is it labeled? Codependent severed heads?
Yeah, it doesn't say that. That's false advertising. It doesn't say that they're tied together. Bastards. But it was only $5. So, yeah.
It was a long and difficult marriage before they became skulls, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's they're showing them like that at the front entrance, but then if you got the two lines in between them,
I can see the wire on the picture, though.
They expect you to buy 2 sets. That's why.
You can see it.
Yeah.
That's what Tom is right. They're like, trip and hurt all the Halloweeners coming to your house. Have the last laugh. Have the trick. Save the treats. Like, I saved so much candy money injuring the local children with this.
Yep. All right. Well, let's get the heck out of here. My contacts are about to. I got to take my contacts off. My eyes are falling apart now.
Yeah, we got to get to our next 4-hour stream. So let's go.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did we do? I was only going to do like 2.5 hours tonight. Always go overboard. All right, but thank you to the Real Head Case. Thank you to Tom. Thank you to Courtney. Thank you to Admiral Teague. Really appreciate you guys spending all this time with us. And
of course,
real pleasure.
Yep. Oh, and PVS. I posted a few opens on my channel before the phone got stolen. You can probably hear me complaining about the smell. Okay. Yeah, I was just catching up to the chat here, and that's why we wear glasses. Yes. So. I do have my glasses on now. There we go. Yep. You can't leave the contacts on that long. But we had huge viewership tonight. Thank you to the panelists who enabled that, not me. But and thank you to the Geek and I for this great Muppet version of Mark. Let's. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm looking good there, right?
I love that. I love.
Isn't that awesome? That's pretty awesome. So thank you to the Geek.
When you make the clip of the legal definition of what a Muppet is, you can put that up there.
Right? All right. So thank you to the Geek and I. Hope you're doing well, buddy. And let me take that off now. All right. So it's late. We're about to hit 4 hours, which YouTube doesn't like. So everyone sub to Midnight's Edge After Dark Part 2, which and check out. Let me put Tom's link in there. And we've also got Paulie Latino Slant with the huge show, which Sean will be on with helping to moderate tomorrow, which will be it should be pretty awesome with Lou Diamond Phillips. So that's going to be pretty awesome. So let me put Paulie's channel in here as well. Let's throw that in here, and of course sub to Courtney. Let me grab Courtney's link here. And I think I've got your right channel now. Yeah.
Yeah, remember when it shows that in there?
Yep. So let's get Courtney in there, and let us. I've got my. Everyone is listed below in the show notes too, but always like giving the promo on screen. Let's go around the horn here. And of course, great Admiral Teague. Make sure you sub him.
I'm Admiral Teague. Check out my Star Trek shows, my uploads, and there's rumors going around that people subbing to my channel have been losing weight and a lot of hair regrowth. We don't know this; it's not scientific yet, but there's rumors going around. So, try it for a while, see what happens.
You never know. Look at me. Yeah.
Mark's hair has grown back, and he has lost 15% of his overall body mass since he's been co-panelist on my show.
Yeah. Look at this. See, I'm looking much better now.
I absolutely adore that. That is
You look like
cool.
you're made of Twinkies. I just want to grab it and like tear its arm off and eat it.
Yeah, right. Good night, Tomahawk. Yep. And if I missed anyone in the chat, I hope I didn't, but thank you so much. Thank you, everyone on the Rumble side. Born to be Down, Dude Brosack, Wes Cagle, still in Rumble. And let's see, did I miss anyone else who was on tonight? Oh, and of course, Professor R2, thank you for being here earlier. And shout out to Maddie's Daddies. Hope Maddie is feeling better when Steve is watching this on the rewind.
Steve, you're out there. Hello.
Best wishes.
And Professor R2, who also loves toast.
Would you like some toast? Mm-mm. Some nice hot crisp brown buttered toast.
I love that show.
All right, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, and have fun storming the castle. I'm going to play a couple clips, and we're going to have some fun and get the heck out of here. But thank you again to everyone. All right. Take care. Good night, all.
Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
It's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose.
There's only one thing I want to say to you, Commodore.
You're a dumbass.
He plays with toys.
It's a model.
With little figures.
Groovy.
Your move, creep.
Laddie, don't you think you should rephrase that?
You have to set an example even in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby's Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer.
You're a dumbass.
Double dumbass on you!
I just love clobbering time.
Fun storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.